'Tis I. It's me. I. The me. What the hell is this song? See, I was using this because I like this first one, but I don't think any of the others were that great. It's only a minute 30. See what I mean? Like, this one's really good. Very anime intro-esque. My favorite is how much they've sunk the drum part into the backdrop in order to hide how heavy it actually is. Anyway. Oh, I was saying that... No, stop. I was saying I really like this song. And that's why I was using the new playlist. Like, yeah, you know, this is pretty cool. I like this. But I was saying it's funny, the drum part here at the end is insanely heavily... Like, every note is really heavy. Like, listen to, if you can. I'm not sure how much comes through, but I'll be quiet. The crash cymbals and stuff are so chopped off. It just really heavily, like, clipped. I don't know. Guess I'm crazy. Oh man, oh man. Nerd. Yeah, I am the music nerd. Go back to the real one. Yeah, you know. So basically, I went live to figure out that I probably should play Tales of Berseria. Probably should play some Tales of Berseria. That's why I went live. Tonight was not okay. Tonight might have been Stardew, but Neen, or Boggle, I'm just gonna call her Neen. Neen's estimated arrival time went from 9 o'clock to 11. So tomorrow night might be Stardew. Who knows? We'll figure that out though. There will be answers. I mean, we could just play Beat Saber tonight. But no, I'm gonna play a little bit of Berseria. It's not gonna be as long because, you know, earlier I accidentally went 4.5 hours. Was just checking. You're all good. You're all good. But yeah, no, earlier I, you know, it was supposed to be like I was like, okay, what can I stream for like an hour or two? Just, you know, because I have nothing to do right now. And I want to give my people some content. You know, the ability to come, check in, say hello. And, then I played RimWorld till 5:30. Yeah, I know you were there. But because of that, I think this night one, I want to see what the game is going to be a little shorter. Let's see the game. Yeah. Ugh. There you go. Velvet. So I figure we'll get like an hour. Not like an hour. We'll get like 3 hours in. Something like that.
Sir, we just received a Sylph J from the boss of the Bloodwings.
Yes.
She has a job for us and wants us to meet her in Logres. How
We're going
should we
back.
respond?
Let's do it. Besides, we need to see if that demon in the villa was actually a Therian.
Good point. And the Bloodwings might know something about the
5
other
hours
Therians,
deep.
too. We're heading for Logres.
Yeah, I'm also. I
Prepare
want
set
to.
sail. Ready anytime.
I want to play some Berseria, right? I want to obviously hang out with everyone.
Take a look at this.
I also want to. Hey, we won one. Hang out with Yuggert while he plays squad. We'll get earmuffs.
Scout ship setting sail.
No, cancel that one. Cancel that. Yep, cancel. Dispatch to the crystal.
Scout ship setting sail.
Alright. Because he's currently streaming squad and has been a lot more. Looks like he's actually like trying to try to do these class 4 zones. Let's go to the port for now. Oh. Alright, it's bug snacks.
I lost my mother to a demon.
Yeah, we know.
Yet that girl's a Therian. I don't even know what I want anymore.
Hey, that's pretty! You like to look at that thing, don't you?
Yes, my mother... Someone very important to me
I
gave
think
me this.
everyone would know
I
you're about to
treasure it
say
a
your
lot.
mother there.
Looking at it gives me strength. Do you want to see it?
Yeah! Ah! What's wrong? My face! It's scary!
You cut your mustache off?
I don't
And?
want to look like that! I don't want my mommy to hate me!
Yo, drink some water.
Mommy! Mommy!
When I was her age... that's
You just have the
just
chin
how I
strap
cried.
now?
Kamoana, I want you to see this.
That huge owie. What happened?
It's big and
can
ugly,
eat it.
isn't it? There are scary things about my body, too.
Yo, did she just like get naked?
But do you think I'm scary, Kamoana?
No, not at all. But are you alright? Does that hurt?
Thanks, sweetie. I'm alright, I promise.
What about me? Do you think I'm scary?
Yes. She
You're
like
such a
freaks out and
sweetheart,
tears the ship
Kamoana.
apart.
Nobody could ever be scared of you. Not me, not your mother, not Laphicet. You don't have to cry anymore. It'll be okay. I promise.
Okay. That scar, was it from a demon?
Yeah. They attacked my village when I was a girl.
That sucks.
I was so hurt I couldn't move. But my mother lured them away from me so I could survive.
What happened to her?
The last thing she said to me was,
No, it's
Stay strong.
Which
Keep
part made you almost
living.
spit your coffee out?
Oh,
Come to the deck. Grimoire says she's learned something from the book.
Uh-oh.
Hey, why's your face so red?
It's nothing.
Somehow I doubt that.
it's nothing, I swear.
I gazed upon the naked form. That would never be the same.
Do you all remember the second verse of that song Laphicet read earlier?
4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therian shall be forever reborn in sight of the full crimson moon.
Right. That's what I've gathered you all here to discuss. And we think that passage
Tearing the
means
ship
that
apart.
Innominat and the Therians will be revived by a chosen one, right? Yes, but the shall be forever reborn part kept bothering me. I've reconsidered my analysis. Suppose that instead of someone being chosen by Innominat to create Therians, the song means that Innominat chooses who becomes Therians. But so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn. What do you think that could mean?
A lot of things.
That someone receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as a Therian.
Like Kamoana.
Which is to say that the Abbey figured out how to turn people into Therians, and then got right to work.
That's...
Are you really that surprised? Artorias has always been one to prioritize the many over the individual, as I well know. Another thing to consider is this wording about Therians being forever reborn.
Okay.
This could mean that one Therian will be reborn again and again, or it could mean that different Therians will be born to take their place. Meaning that even if you kill one, there are more waiting in line. They can't be wiped out.
Oh, thank God.
Looks like prioritizing the one over the many was the right call this time. Eh, Velvet?
I never said I wouldn't kill her, if it would prevent Innominat's reawakening. But Therians can't be killed. Not truly.
So, in a nutshell, if you kill one, another person who's receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as one.
Right. But the song says that 7 mouths feed the body, so there's only so many around.
If you don't kill them, the next ones won't be born.
Exactly. So we remove the 7 Therians from their Earth Pulse points instead. But then, we also have to protect them so the Abbey doesn't steal them back. Or kill them.
Oh man, this sounds even more complicated.
Sounds tricky. We've got to protect my bug, too.
Yeah, you take real good care of that thing now. Got it?
You bet I will.
In that case, we should probably work on securing a proper hideout for ourselves. You got a secret base or anything, Eisen?
Oh, do I get to
It's
play interior
everyone's
decorator?
fantasy, but sadly, I don't.
We need a hard-to-find spot. One where we can guarantee a steady supply of malevolence for the Therians.
Somewhere devoid of people but full of malevolence. Real poser you got there.
With the Abbey in control of the entire continent, finding a place like that will be easier said than done.
Meanwhile, Innominat's reawakening draws ever closer. We'll have to keep collecting our Therians while we search for a hideout.
Why
For
not in those
now,
class 4
let's
zones?
just get to Logris.
What are you thinking of? What do you know? Cat girl. I guess technically they're not really a cat, they're Normans, right?
Hey,
We'll get it
old man,
eventually.
give me all the water and food you got. Wait your turn, moron. I was drifting out at sea for 3 days. Almost died out there.
Oh,
Well,
life
yeah,
is
poor
so
you.
hard.
You probably deserved it. Say that again, wise ass. I dare ya. Shut up, both of ya. No one's getting anything until you pay me what you owe first.
Oh, but shut
Are
up,
they gonna be
yo,
okay?
Tao.
Don't pay them any mind. Sailors are just a short-tempered bunch, that's all.
Huh? The hell are you doing?
What's going on?
They've jacked up the price to dock our ship here.
Oh yeah? Some real balls you've got there, buddy.
If you lot want to moor here, that's the price you're gonna pay. Look, pirates are a liability to begin with, but calling your crew infamous these days would be putting it lightly. The more wanted you are, the more it's gonna cost to hide you. Capiche?
Hard to argue there. Benwick, just pay the man what he wants.
Yes, sir. You're such pushovers. You and the captain both.
I knew I could count on you to come through, Eisen. Pleasure doing business with you.
Angry
Looks like I'm causing
man.
you trouble.
It comes with the job. Don't sweat it. Some sailors just have longer tempers than others.
Noted.
Why does my back always feel like it needs to be cracked? Oh, shit. There it is. Okay. You have you to talk to on the docks, someone else to talk to a little further up.
Alright, everything's all fixed up. Now to polish this ship from top to bottom.
You really throw your back into your work, don't you?
Why shouldn't I? The Von Eltia is our pride and joy, our weapon. And most importantly, our home.
I'm sure you've heard this
Need your
before,
back cracked?
but she's one odd-looking ship.
The Von Eltia was built by the Kingdom 12 years ago, using the very best technology available. She was designed for search and seizure operations on the high seas. Apparently, her unusual design comes from an engineer who is familiar with technology from the far continent.
But on her maiden voyage, a string of mysterious accidents took the lives of the captain, then the second, and then the third in command. People thought the ship was bad luck. She was about to be scrapped.
So that was
when
like be
Captain
so
Eyfried
difficult to
came
crack
and
your back.
snatched her for himself.
If the ship was bad luck, why did Eyfried want it?
Well, I'm sure part of it was that he wanted a sturdy ship, capable of reaching the far continent. But when I asked him why, he said, "She looks interesting."
She's too interesting if you ask me. We've been chased by storms,
Some
struck
bass.
by icebergs, attacked by a giant whale.
Just
You name it.
3 years ago when the first mate arrived, it all made sense. To think we'd been haunted by a Reaper the whole time.
Oh, come on. Don't go blaming the captain and the first mate for every bad thing that happens. I bet you're all just frustrated because you're forced to go where they tell you.
None of us are forced to be here. We're here because we choose to be here. And we do so fully knowing what sort of men the captain and the first mate are.
Anyone can leave the crew whenever they like. We're free pirates, each of us, here because we want to be. Some of us love adventure.
I can't tell if
some
he's
are
like
looking to test
barely
their fate,
Scottish
and some
or,
are just searching
you
for a
know,
good place to
Welsh
die.
or Irish.
We're a ragtag bunch of rogues, that's for sure. But not a one of us has died carrying regret or resentment.
So we're glad to help out you and yours. But you'd best not forget what we stand for.
I won't.
They're quite the crew, aren't
Oh
they?
wow, it's still going.
Were all those accidents truly caused by your power?
Yeah. I've been searching far and wide for a way to lift the Reaper's curse. But when I couldn't find a single thread to follow on this continent, I turned my eyes to the other
A
side.
shitty
of the
fake
ocean.
accent? Exactly.
And that's why you boarded this ship.
And a fine ship she is. The Von Eltia was built from 1,000-year-old wood, you know. Before I found my coin, she was my vessel. But then the
Oh, wow.
accidents came.
And then Eyfried stole the ship. Did he know you were on board?
Definitely. He had pretty solid resonance going for him. Although at first, I think he assumed I was just a dour-eyed lubber worthy of little notice.
I suppose being a Reaper tends to take its toll like that.
No argument there. But still, whether they could see me or not, they didn't act any differently at all. I fought my damn curse with everything I had. And Eyfried and his crew fought right along with me. Hell, we even finally made it to the far continent.
And you didn't find
Ooh.
anything there? To help with your curse?
I didn't even look.
But that's why you went there, isn't it?
Eventually, I just got tired of fighting back. The crew, they taught me how to feel alive.
Oh,
And the joy of pursuing my dreams alongside good friends.
how romantic. Why am I glowing like that? Alright, and then one
Just
more.
when are we gonna be
Here we
allowed
go.
free access through Vortigern? Having to go all the way around it every time is far too inconvenient. they insist on building a big gate over
I think
the
so.
city, the least they
I
can
think
do
so
is let
too.
honest folk through it.
I get why you're upset, but maybe they just haven't been able to devote the resources to fix it after those savage demons wrecked the place. Look, those demons who attacked Helavis are still on the loose, aren't they?
Yep. Standing right here.
From what I heard, the demons who wrecked Vortigern were the same ones that killed the High Priest.
What? No way. Wait a minute. The High Priest was killed?
Yeah. The official story is that he's injured or sick or something, but I heard
Shouldn't you be not
And no
screaming
wonder
about
they
this?
haven't had time for Vortigern. I hope the Abbey finds those demons quick. Those monsters need to pay for what they did.
Looks like our infamy is growing by the day.
Maybe they've even put a bounty on us by now.
They keep embellishing our escapades, though. I'm honestly a little hurt they're calling us monsters.
The more they embellish, the easier it is for us to get around. Confusion and panic will only help us.
That's true. I missed that chest. How? Give me those. All right. Now, where are we going? Oh, we can't go in there. Okay. This way then. I don't know why I'm shiny. I've been trying to figure that out myself. Oh, right. We need to go from here to the... Okay, I see. Yo, are these the... Oh, this... We've been here before. It might be a food buff, actually. Alright.
The Bloodwing butterflies operate in the Empire's shadows. Not even the Abbey knows their full scope beyond whispers and rumor. And you all have a connection to them, don't you?
Yep.
Dark and interconnected is the underworld. We've heard voices in the shadows, glimpsed faces behind paper-thin masks.
The attack on High Priest Gideon. Was that at their behest?
Yeah, the Bloodwings asked us to take him out.
We did it in exchange for information that could lead us to Artorias.
Information? You would assassinate a man for mere information?
Oh, we were doing the world a
Yes.
favor, hun.
Information on the shepherd who rules the world. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
We just work with them when our interests align. Nothing more.
That's the kind of thin justification I'd expect to hear from them, too.
But the Bloodwings were acting upon knowledge that the High Priest was harming the people of the city.
Laffy said actually explained
You're
it.
right. The incident with the nectar was the church's failing. And it seems that the Bloodwing Butterfly Network goes further and deeper than we had thought.
They knew about the barrier at the throne, too.
And Velvet's expertise at dove mimicry.
Would you stop bringing that up? Dove mimicry. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
There was a dove near the dock checkpoint. That's all.
Huh?
Right! It was a black, full-chested dove, wasn't it? Cuckoo!
A black, full-chested dove. Is that some sort of underworld code word?
Nope. No code words. Oh my
Here we
god.
are, back in Logris. It was a lot tougher to get in the first time.
More funny than tough, if you ask me.
Oh, you mean Velvet's little dove act?
Coo. I'd be
She
careful
loves
teasing her if
bringing
I
that
were
up.
You. You know how she can get.
Oh, don't act like you didn't enjoy it too. I'm sure you did, right? Good little boys don't lie to adults, you know.
I might have. Just a little.
Say it like a dove.
It was funny. Coo.
Aw. Oh my
Is
gosh.
Yaminot's book so difficult?
There's so many.
Grimoire seemed perplexed by it.
Yeah. She said it was written in ancient Avarost, a language that uses Impressionist script.
Which sounds terrible.
I've never heard of Impressionist script.
Each character can have many different meanings and readings, depending on the emotion it's expressing and the way it relates to the characters around it.
Doesn't that
Some
sound
modest
awful?
records on its grammar and structure survive, but none that say how to read the emotion the characters express. Grimoire said that you have to recreate the writer's feelings as a sort of starting point in order to read it.
I see. And you have a talent for that sort of thing?
I guess I do.
But a script based on emotions? That's as far removed from modern language as can be.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated apparently.
How can it be completely unrelated?
After the temperance of Avarost, the entirety of human civilization vanished. The language went with it.
Oh.
Much as a blooming flower loses its petals, the Avarost civilization grew too far and came to its final end. The surviving buildings and ancient tools, the likes of which our technology cannot replicate, were the beginning of that end.
Okay.
In any case, it sounds like deciphering that writing will take quite a while.
I want to see how weak these enemies are. Oh, they're level 31. They're scaled. No T-pose Velvet. I'm disappointed. Sorry, bud. Unfollowed, unsubbed. I mean, that's your own dumbass fault. You haven't done that yet.
Yes, I know. I'm incredible.
I'm the dumbass that gives an extra bonus stream earlier in the day and then accidentally streams for longer than a normal stream should be. Can I not?
Don't waste my time.
I'll have you know. You only follow the VC4. I mean, totally fair. I am very sure that there are quite a few people who are here only following for VC4. Okay.
Stop fooling
Will do.
around.
But I'm serious about my fooling around.
You know, okay. Alright, see you. Good night. Yeah, I'm not joining you for a 6 a.m. jog. Sorry. It's really late to stay up. Okay. Sounds good. Bye. Then you just had to stream 300,000 polygons. This isn't 300,000 polygons. Interesting. Interesting. Well, we appreciate your company, Clone Trooper. It is Magic Futaba? Then what was Darkest Dungeon? 6 a.m. jog? No, my mom is. I am not. You think I'm gonna go out and run? No thank. Me going for saver. Okay, you know what? I accept all these reasonings. Good work. What else was I? A Crusader. We had RimWorld earlier. And, I actually managed to get a real distance in to, what was it? A volcanic winter sea ice playthrough on a minimum temperature world.
That was a considerably powerful enemy.
Which was pretty neat. By any clue. Basically, we played RimWorld, but we made the world as cold as possible, so they have to try and survive when it's negative 115 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're using Fahrenheit because, you know, when I look on the moon, the only flag I see is an American one. So. Siberia, exactly, Siberia Simulator. Or, you know, Antarctic Simulator. 113 freedom units in the negative.
We're finished.
Do you guys know that image of Teddy Roosevelt with the American flag behind him and it just says "Silence European"? I have a bunch of friends in a group chat. I do, but I don't do this anymore because I pissed them off. Every time they try to tell me why using the metric system would be better than using Imperial, all I would do is send that meme at them. And none of them were European. The one was from Massachusetts, and that's basically Europe. I'm kidding. I don't even know what that means. You guys are waiting cheeseburgers. I have had to measure some terrible units before.
Sorry to cut you down.
And it gets really, really, really awful whenever you have to start measuring things in slugs. Indicted freedom units. I have reasons where I believe the American temperature system is better than the metric one. And there's like a few other ones I like more.
Man,
but
the capital sure is big.
Yeah,
not a lot of them.
With historical buildings and artisans and all, there's
Speed
much
of bald
interest here
eagles
for a boy
from
who loves to
ball
learn.
fields.
Sightseeing's nice and all, but don't wander off and get lost.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Don't worry about him. He can take care of himself.
I know. I was just saying.
Did we have Laffy set for this? We did, didn't we? Yeah, because we did the chef mini game thing, the waiter.
Travelers. I have some good news for you.
Oh, do you now?
The restrictions on travel to the Aldina Plains are going to be lifted soon.
Oh,
the road's opening
nice.
So, that's the latest word on the streets?
I bet that's important for the story.
I try to liven things up around here.
Well, ever since Lord Artorias became the Shepherd, demon attacks have gone down. The world's filled with hardships, but perhaps things are starting to go in the right direction.
Perhaps. The demons who nearly destroyed Helives are still skipping about on the loose, though.
What?
And just the other day, a village near Salt was destroyed by the demon blight. Guess the capital doesn't mind, though.
What?
Don't worry about it. Your shepherd and the Abbey are going to save the world, right?
Listening to you has kind of gotten me all nervous again.
I think
If
that
you
was the
hear
point.
Any other scary stories? Let me know, please.
I've got one with fresh blood, melted bodies. Oh, maybe that tale about the demon doll that comes alive.
If you're going to waste time, we're leaving you here.
Well, that's enough of this detour then. Sorry to be such a drag.
Wait.
What about 100
that doll one
ranking?
sounded really cool.
Everyone forgets about my boy ranking, the worst temperature scale. I absolutely hate ever having to measure something in ranking. I don't know the number for it off the top of my head.
Crowd?
Modulu's troupe just put on a real show.
Oh.
And it was the best. Her dancing was every bit as great as I heard.
Wow, the Modulu?
Surely you mean Magilu. Has my time to bask in fame finally come at long last?
No, we're talking about Majulu, not Magilu.
You know, Lulu, the famous dancer? She actually goes by the majestic Lulu, but everyone calls her Modulu.
Just
That's
watching the
hilarious.
beauty of her dance, you can't help but feel like maybe everything's gonna turn out okay in the world.
Sounds like a pretty cheerful act she has.
Cheerful? This is all a ripoff! She's just trying to pass off as Magilu's menagerie and profit from our good name!
What good name? We don't actually perform anything.
Well, Fahrenheit, ranking's the absolute scale of Fahrenheit.
Started eventually, but now this con artist comes along.
So you
and
increase the
ruins
degree,
everything.
you increase 1 Fahrenheit, it's 1 ranking.
I can't just ignore that, you know.
It's Modulu!
She does look like a royal stripper.
You did great today, Modulu. I loved it.
Thank you so much. But according to my teacher, I still have a long way to go. I'll work hard to do better next time, so I hope you'll come see me.
Modulu's teacher is a dancer named Balta, whose immense talent brought him all the fame in the world.
Him?
But Balta suffered a tragic injury that took him forever from the stage, and now Modulu was working hard to carry out his dream.
I measure in words, not number.
So, you're Modulu then?
I am. My teacher and I work really hard to put on performances that'll leave a lasting impact. And I refuse to let anyone call me a phony.
Oh? And how do you propose to stop me? Taking it to the stage and
It's
seeing
going
which
in
one
the
of us can
vacuum
better hold a
space.
crowd?
Oh no.
Yes, that's just what I was hoping for.
Lulu, don't go around picking petty fights.
But sir, this woman, she...
You should know better. If you have the energy to spare spitting vitriol at people, you should refocus that anger into moving your body. If you need to express yourself, do it on the stage.
Yes, sir.
She looks like a bendy straw.
Teacher, is the pain acting up again?
It's no matter. What does pain compare to losing the ability to dance? Anyway,
Oh my god.
what matters is how you're holding up.
I'm fine, sir.
Good. Then let's head back and practice some more.
He seems strict.
He does. But keep in mind that Balta recognized her talent at a young age. He even adopted her so he could pass on everything he knew. He might be strict,
Why did he...
but only because he believes in her.
Why would he have to adopt her?
You sure know an awful lot about them.
I'm sort of a fan of theirs, you could say.
The Abbey forced me to spy on them for 3 days on end.
A teacher and his student, chasing after the same dream. What a sweet little story they have.
The enemy stand user will be difficult to spot in this crowd. We need to be
That's why
careful.
I think it's high time for
The enemy
Monkey's Menagerie
stand.
to put on a show. And for our act, we'll be a comedy duo.
Comedy? Where'd you get that idea?
You heard me propose a challenge to little Modulu, right? But not one of you knows a single acrobatic trick.
I wear a
Sorry.
book of
Don't
skirts.
apologize. You couldn't have seen this coming.
Well, you could act like you feel a little bad at least. Now, normally I'd make you guys do something flashy like jump through a ring of fire, but I'll be magnanimous and let you do comedy instead. With comedy, I can take control of the stage and keep things lively. I can feed you the audience on a platter.
But going on the same stage as Modulu, it's too much to handle.
Oh, I can't wait to take her down a peg or two.
I'm out. I don't even know why you're bothering. It's hopeless.
It's not hopeless. Plus, if we do well, we'll be raking in the dough. What better opportunity do we have to get started than now? After all, people will come thinking we're Modulu's troupe.
You're sure eager to profit off of her good name.
That's exactly the material I want. Keep throwing out such zingers and the audience will be in stitches.
I'm not sure I follow, but okay.
The only thing getting thrown out is gonna be you.
You know, I think you could pull off being the straight man in our act.
What? Keep your compliments to yourself.
This plan might sound dumb, but more money never hurts.
Eisen, not you too.
Then it's settled. Now we just need to book ourselves a few gigs.
Please tell me this is a
All
minigame.
the stage directors in town. For now, I think everyone should pair up so we can figure out just what sort of comedy chops you all have.
Oh no.
Even me?
Certainly. Each one of you is a part of Magilu's menagerie after all. I'm
They're
not
on
so
you,
sure
Dr.
about
Stone.
this.
Take a look at this.
This
I think it's also that
recipe
she's not wearing
looks
glasses
tasty.
anymore. Ors. The song. I can't get it out of my head.
Scout ships.
Alright. Please tell me this is the ability to do this. Oh. Nope. Speak? Nope. Don't want to speak.
Whenever I hear Magilu's
Oh,
name,
okay.
I can't help but think of Magilanica.
Magilanica? Who's that?
Oh, she's just a girl who worked as part of the freak show. Talked to spirits nobody else could see.
That's her, all right. She had many mysterious powers, like moving things without touching them and divining where people would find lost objects. For a time, people called her the Little Witch. She was pretty popular.
Thanks to her, the rest of the troupe took in plenty of cash. Or so I hear.
It's Magilu.
Yeah, but eventually they took it too far, and the kingdom tried them for heresy. I hear Magilanica was subjected to really brutal torture.
True fact. Everyone knows this story.
Well, I've never heard it.
That's not too surprising. It all took place when I was a young woman myself.
Remind me, Magilu. How old are you again?
What? How old would you say I am?
Well, from your reaction,
She's
I can at least tell you about
5,000
my
years
age.
old. Don't worry, guys. She's 5,000 years old. It's okay. Oh no, you little Satan spawn. You little spawn of Satan, you. Well, that's not fair. It's like, oh, we gave you too good of a hand, so we're gonna cap you now for it. I could get ninja right off the bat. Give me that one. No, don't. How very lucky of you. Oh, I win. I win. Give me that. That's mine. Thank you very much. MILF. Finish. Give me those 10 points. That's right. Alright, I got... Oh, I got both ninja cards and the princess cards? Let's just win this, you know, straight out of the gate. Oh, they've already got Renegade. Okay. Will they play it? Foolish. They stole the card I needed. Shit. Okay, maybe not so foolish. Aha, I win. Mine. Yes, that'll be enough for me, thank you. I know insta-wins. We'll take that card. Me on my way to Takami's office after half dying at a palace just so I can say it's not to see her. Yo, I feel that where you're like, you're sitting there, you've gone, you've like done this like insane set of things to like finish something, and then you hang out, they're like, oh, you want to hang out? And like you're standing there, you've gone to meet them, and you're like, actually no, I'm trying to hang out with this person today instead. Sorry, bye. I just like to imagine their reaction is like them freaking shit as you leave. And I just won the game. It's too easy, guys. It's too easy to win as well as I do. Perfect victory. Don't want to try again. Sorry, but my non-adopted sister needs me. Scuttles to Futaba. You open the door. Step, bro. Like Grievous. Give me these cards, please. Ooh, that gives me Tales of Zillia. We're going to continue. Against my better judgment. Well, it worked. Finish. Alright. Runs into the environment. This will make a fine addition to my collection. 8 spider arms reach out to grab him. Alright, do I want to go for... What do I want to go for here? I don't know if I want... I think I want Renegade over Singular Prodigy. The Princess card being out scares me. Especially because she just got it. Take that one. Oh, okay, I got them both. Good. This is too much for my hamster brain. He's actually... Boom Crash. I first tried the novice version. I'm just okay. I'm not unstoppable. I'm actually very small hamster brain. Don't kill me, please. Don't kill me, game. Oh my god. I'm still ahead though by a decent bit. And Siri because just spam poor fucking infantry and Gwen. The only other card game I've really ever played was, or has been, Hearthstone, and I never bought anything in Hearthstone, right? So like I kind of used like more basic decks, but I had fun with it when I played. I need to get rid of that chance, any chance that he gets those list of cards. You still play Hearthstone? You have fun with it? I'm, like not a shot. I'm just curious. I mean, hell, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it, you know. Sworn ally won't get him a win. Hey, he just let me win. I just beat both of them first try. Yeah, build a Highlander Dragon Mage deck, which is fun. I use like a really basic mage deck, I found. I really don't even know what cards I play anymore, or played anymore. I have a friend who would buy every expansion, and he loved to make all the crazy ones, like Mecha Cthulhu. He played back when that first became a deck. Just stuff like that.
When will the High Priest return?
I usually ended up watching him play, and I would play in class, but now I don't go to class because
surely that's
it's all online.
True.
It most certainly is true.
Hey, shh! They'll hear you.
I know
That's
someone
the
who works
point.
in the palace, and he said the demon was a girl with the head of a wolf and the body of a gorilla.
But how could a demon
Smart.
have gotten into
Smart.
the palace?
Apparently,
Get him when she's
there
not
was
here.
a power struggle among the higher-ups, and Gideon's enemies snuck the demon into his villa. They say that's why people sometimes heard terrifying screams coming from the place.
Is the demon still there?
No
Why is
idea.
it telling me that now?
Rumor says she escaped, but
Why is that not basic about
there's no
holy
way she'd
shit.
stick around here.
13 legendaries?
She's right here, so you better watch out.
Okay, so you play a lot of Hearthstone. The house always wins. Alright, I'm tabbing out real quick. Clone Troopers contributed a significant number. Boom Crashes contributed 4,000. Stack the deck. I'm like nothing for the chance. I played since 3 days before the open beta. Actually, I don't know. I think he's been lurking. He's playing Payday right now, but Andrew and I, MBM, used to before he's in a band, and before every or some of our shows, we used to play Hearthstone to calm the nerves. I should go talk to these people.
The nights are so cold of late. It's gotten harder to get flames, don't you?
I hear the port at Halaviz is at a near standstill. No matter how much flamestone they mine from Mount Killerhouse, they can't get it shipped out. I'm sure the Abbey is aware of the situation. It's not just us who are suffering. We have to endure.
Times like these is when we need to practice Lord Artorius' teachings. The many outweigh the individual.
Exactly. I'm sure Lord Artorius will think of us soon and
We're
send
playing
aid.
Hearthstone.
He doesn't give a damn about
I always have
any of
fun.
you.
Dare you!
The many outweigh the individual, right? Artorius wants to save humanity as a whole. Your individual troubles aren't important to him.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Aren't we part of the whole he wants to save?
Oh,
What
that's
happy fools.
Sorry about that.
so ironic.
She didn't get to see his speech, so she's been taking it out on everyone around her.
Really? What a troublesome kid.
But really, that speech was incredible.
Haha, you almost got to watch me attack him and die. Ooh, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of money. Pillbug, Quelaag. We'll have to go back and be
I need
Quelaag.
you to wait outside. The boss of the Bloodwings knows an exorcist is with us, but
Say no more. I'm sure they have clients who wouldn't appreciate their faces being known to the Abbey.
correct. Laphicet, you stay with Eleanor.
Okay.
I'll be back soon.
This can't go horribly wrong.
My thanks for coming all this way. It's been a while. Would you care for a peach pie?
That Mike, 18,000 fish.
It would do you good to unwind every now and again, you know. Stretch a bow too far and its string is bound to snap.
What do you want?
I would like you to escort this person out of the capital.
Why?
Something smells about this. Literally. Where am I taking them?
Somewhere
Literally.
the
What?
authorities can't reach
What?
them.
Sounds nice. I could do with such a place myself.
No joke. We've been looking for a place to lay low, but we haven't had any luck yet.
7,956
Well,
fish.
Come to think of it, I've heard a rumor that it's been a while since the Abbey has had any contact from Titania.
Prison Island.
Titania? But I thought the Abbey was in direct control of that place. Has the situation there gotten that bad since you left?
Sometimes
We
the
didn't
answer is right under your nose.
Slaughter
I
everybody
think it
there.
might work.
Yeah, could make a decent hideout actually. The Therians could definitely get their fill of malevolence there.
And the Abbey is far too goody-goody to imagine an escaped prisoner would ever return to her prison by her own free will.
At the very least, I'd say it's worth checking out.
I take it our intel has proven useful.
It has. But before we go, have you heard anything about the Abbey harboring demons?
I'm aware there was a demon in the villa, and that it has been relocated.
That's
Where?
inconvenient.
I can't say right this moment, but I'm sure we will find out shortly.
All right, then in exchange for this passenger's safety, I want more information on that demon.
You've got a deal. Eisen, I heard about your confrontation with Melchior. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you find him.
Yeah, you really blew that one, Toots.
It's fine. What's done is done.
Have you given up on finding Eifried?
No, I haven't. The crew and I will do whatever we can to quash the Abbey's plans. We do them enough damage, and the Abbey ought to start thinking about putting their
Toots.
hostage to good use. They'll set him up as a trap for us, and that's when we'll steal him back.
In the middle of a trap.
Attacking the Abbey to create an opening for his escape.
Clever.
It's what Eifried would do. That's all.
They're
taking a while.
Yeah.
The Shepherd has a special
Don't
mission for you.
do it. Don't
You are to protect the
do
Mullet
it.
Laphicet and bring him to the Logris Abbey headquarters.
No, don't do that. Don't think about it. Nope. Be
What's
stronger.
Hey, you
No.
want to take a walk
No,
around the
no.
capital for a bit? I can show you some of the sights.
Have you not seen all the horrible things the Abbeys have done?
But, You can't trust me. I understand.
No, it's not that. I promise.
Big ol'
I'd
friggin'
love
Arthur
to go
Fist moment.
sightseeing with you, Eleanor.
Laffy said.
You're so blindly Oh?
We'll do it another time, okay?
Oh?
Why? It's just, you know, Velvet would get mad at us.
Get mad about what?
Ah, you're done. And who is this?
A VIP entrusted to us by the head of the Bloodwings. We're stowing them away on Titania where the bad guys can't get at them.
The prison island? Just who is this person?
Didn't ask.
What?
Hey, something smells nice.
Huh?
Stop
Oh,
sniffing
shit.
things. We're leaving.
Desperate Arctic. Thank you for the raid.
I can't
How did
believe
your
you
stream
take a
go?
job without bothering to ask who you're escorting or why.
The less you know, the less trouble you invite.
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Who is that caped man?
It's been a
I
little
do
while.
not know, but his hawks
It
seemed
is multi.
extraordinarily well trained.
Trained to hunt,
But if I call him
maybe?
multi, he gets
I'd
mad.
imagine it takes a great deal of time and money to train a bird.
What were you
like that.
streaming?
What
I'm
is it?
curious.
I smell something nice.
Indeed, the scent is somehow familiar.
Man, everyone's sniffing things. What are you sniffing?
It can't.
I
be.
can't sniff either.
What are you two sniffing
Thank you.
at?
Aha! They're bloodhounds on the hunt!
But
7 days to die.
we're talking
How'd that
about
go?
hawks hunting, aren't we?
Come again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please excuse my poor manners.
Death. 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 So we have to go back to the ship, right? Talk to the promoter and Port Sexton and hold the performance. Oh, we can just teleport back. Yes. Yes. Oh, man. I've never played 7 Days to Die. But isn't it kind of like just... Don't take this the wrong way. This is, you know, me. Not really big survival game, dude. Isn't it just kind of like another, like... DayZ-like first-person survival-y game? Accidentally made it look like a dragon. What was the initial plan that you accidentally make it look like a dragon? My brother, I bought State of Decay 2 for. And then I don't know if how much he played of it because I never knew what he was playing. I know the first one was a diamond in the rough. Can I not just use it like that? Okay, hold on. There you go. I know the first one was a diamond in the rough. It's an FPS, RPG, sandbox, strategy, survival game. Okay, so basically all the things you tack, like all the checks you'd want to tick off if it was 2016 and you were releasing a game after DayZ was popular. But I've actually heard 7 Days to Die is pretty good. Unlike DayZ.
Could you fit my comedy act into tonight's show? I'm still breaking
I
in
know
my
it's
new
supposed to be pretty
partner,
good
but I
co-op
can
at
carry the
BM.
act. I'd appreciate you squeezing us in.
For you, Maggie dear, I'll do it as a personal favor, but you get 200 flat. No expenses, no per diem.
Oh, come on, don't be so stingy.
It gets worse. Our headliner is doubling up after, and the opener flubbed their lines and lost us minutes.
Playing deuce for a cold house? Well, alright, them's the breaks.
What the hell are you even saying?
I'm saying we're going on, and you're my straight man.
Oh no.
You're serious?
Oh, this looks like it's
Take
gonna be
care of
great.
the actual funny bits. Just act like you always do, and we'll be fine. Bonus points if you toss the men in the audience a glare of contempt every now and then. Just trust me.
Oh, hold on. This is all happening so fast. I'm not sure I'm ready for...
You'd better get ready, because the curtain's going up.
She just sings them. It's just a huge graphical overall. Oh,
Hi there! We're Moggy and Val, your lovely
interesting.
comedians for today! Magicazam! We're still new to the comedy business, but we'll do our best to give you a memorable show. Now, I'm Moggy, the bright, beaming one in the pair, while my moody little partner here is... Hey, what's wrong, Val? Everything okay? You need to put some energy into this, or we're in trouble. Come on! If you've got one redeeming feature, it's your moxie.
That might be, but this is different.
I can see you're going through something right now. All right, let's take a deep breath together. Excuse us for just one minute.
Maggie and Ken.
Velvet, what are you doing? We're losing the audience.
I can't help it. I've never talked in front of such a big crowd before.
Wait, don't tell me you've got stage fright?
So what if I do?
You murder things for a living?
Just pretend that you're fighting some nasty exorcist and give it some gusto.
Easy for you to say. I'm embarrassed out here.
Alright, well thank you, man. Much appreciated.
I am a girl.
That's it. Just do that, but project your voice.
I can't, and I don't want to.
You're a comedian. You have to. Where's your passion for your newfound art?
You too.
I'm not one, and I've never had any.
No, I can see it within you, deep down, the burning passion of a true artist at heart.
I've had enough! I can't do this with you!
Sorry, folks. Show's over.
Well, that sucks. I was actually...
You've certainly shown me something new. A comedy team that just stands on stage whispering to each other.
We're going for a brand new comedic style. So, what did you think?
Don't quit your day job.
That's what I thought.
Ah, now she plays the straight man.
That sucks. I was actually looking forward to that. I thought it'd be pretty funny. There go I get... Oh, that was English.
This is bull crap. You're gouging us just because you can. Well, if you want to pay less, maybe you should go find someone more generous. Hmm?
Looks like they're at it again.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, this is not good.
Huh? What's happening? Benwick, snap out of it! Benwick!
Yo, I thought we already hit the climax thing.
I was haggling for supplies, and...
Assassin's Creed.
Tell you what, I'll give you a fair price. Actually, just take what you need. We should all endeavor to help contribute to the common good of humanity, rather than selfishly pursue wanton profit.
What? Are you sure?
No. Wait. What was I saying?
What was
You felt
that?
that too, didn't you, kiddo?
Yeah, it disappeared, but I felt a strong force coming from somewhere to the north.
It's called a domain, a Moloch's zone of influence.
Wait, if it's north of here, then...
The Empyrean's throne?
Oh,
Did that happen
no.
because of something Innominat and Artorias did?
I don't know.
Oh, this is bad.
I've got a bad feeling about this. We should get far away from here, and quickly.
What happened to them? Why aren't they moving?
So, the suppression.
And why do you know what it's called? Oh boy.
Well, that was certainly off-putting. But our job with Tabitha comes first. And we need a hideout soon, too.
True enough.
You know, I was like sitting here thinking that, oh, you know.
Hey, geezer, you alright? What nonsense are you spouting, youngin'?
That's one spirited old man.
Well, it's just that you suddenly got all polite on me, and you were all like, oh no, good chum, worry not about your debt to me.
I thought I said stop spouting nonsense.
It's not nonsense. You did say it. I heard you say it.
He did, but we were all acting strangely. You said, after you, fine sir. And I said, no, I simply couldn't. You first, dear friend. There's no way in hell I would ever let you go first.
Come to think of it, that's right. But he said not to worry about our debts, and now he's taking it back? That's inhuman, cruel, ruthless.
They lost control of themselves, but still have their memories. Maybe something was manipulating them.
That's
what
awful.
What in the world happened to us?
I don't get it, but what I do get is that he said we don't owe him nothing. So my debt to you is off, right, old man?
Same here. Same here.
Shut your traps. I'd be flat broke if I let you knuckleheads off the hook. Now shut up and pay up.
Something really strange happened here.
Seems so. And I think this is just the beginning of it.
Oh no. Hello, TND. Something called the suppression just occurred. And there's no way that could be a good thing. I take it I'm not through Act 2 yet then.
All right.
Pokemon's
rolling
live?
Waves. Don't you think
We
it's
still
time
have
you
that
showed us
stupid
your
bot.
face, Mystery Monk?
You're right.
Special
My
5
apologies.
set gacha has started. Oh, hold on, this is a real cutscene.
Prince Percival!
Percival Ilmid Asgard, crowned prince and heir to the throne of the Midgand Kingdom.
So he's next in line, is he?
It looks like someone already had me figured out.
Yes, Your Highness. I could tell from your fragrant wood scent, as only the royal family may wear it. But if I may ask, why?
Because
Must I
Artorias is
explain
evil.
myself to gain your aid? I myself could ask what an exorcist is doing consorting with members of the underworld.
I don't...
It doesn't matter why you're here. On this ship, you're here for us to use to our advantage.
Treat me as you will. It's
You
not
know-
like I can ever go back.
I admire
For a fellow born with silver spoons
that
spewing
reaction.
out of his mouth, Princie Poo's rather laid back.
Prince Percival is an upstanding man, renowned for both his intelligence and his fair, just demeanor. It's widely believed that with him on the throne, Midgand's prosperity will continue and...
Look, I played dumb earlier, but I smelled that scent too. He wore it for us to notice. He wanted us to know just what sort of position he held, and how useful he could be to us.
He surprised me, at least.
Do you think we're being led into another trap?
We definitely can't take that possibility off the table.
When the time comes, he'll make a good hostage, if nothing else.
Not if the ones we face are after his life too.
For now, let's just make sure we keep an eye on him.
The prince. He said he couldn't go back.
I wonder why.
What is going to happen?
The whole island's a prison. It's like a secret fort or something.
Aw.
Weirdly quiet, though.
Yeah, I don't see a single exorcist on watch.
Let's scope out the inside.
I like how when she turns her head, all of her hair moves with it. This game actually has logical thought. What do you mean, Mike?
An exorcist.
Probably not.
Are you alright?
I forgot we had that
Headless
blacksmith.
Knight is back?
Think this is the demon that attacked her?
Not a headless knight.
Another prison riot?
Kurogane, Dial. You two protect Kamoana and the prince.
Understood.
Stupid monkey. You're giving me a headache. Stay
It's only got 15,000 health.
Survive the riot.
Well, it might have survived the riot, but it's not surviving. It's not surviving us. Oh, wow. That wasn't supposed to be hard. I can tell.
Did the Abbey actually fail to quell the riot?
I find that hard to believe. The prison was heavily staffed with exorcists.
Perhaps it was venomization.
Venomization?
A dark ritual, forcing demons to eat each other in order to produce ever stronger demons.
Oh. Like they know it can be a trap, they know how they can, they're dumb anime. True, okay, true.
Exorcists to control?
I see what you're saying.
I imagine the riot.
I mean, I knew what you meant, but I wanted to make sure, see if we were on the same page about which ones.
Whatever happened doesn't matter to us now. We need to focus on how to take this place for ourselves.
We'll just kill every last
Exorcist
demon.
from before said something about a headless knight, right?
That one's probably the leader.
Then we hunt it down and destroy it.
But you still have all the minions.
Until
They don't
we
just
capture the
disappear.
island, let's use this room for our staging ground. I'll leave the prince and Kamoana to you two. Eliminate any enemies who come in.
Understood.
Don't expect much from me, but all right.
Kamoana, if anything happens, call for me and I'll come running to protect
Yeah, that's fair.
you, okay?
Okay, you stay safe too, Eleanor.
Let's go.
Again, I know it is beating a dead bush. But, my god. Give that girl some water. So, me too. Okay. I too like to beat dead bushes. They're my favorite type of bushes to beat. What the hell?
I imagine it's evident
The dead part,
there's
yeah.
no big old demons roaming about.
I'm getting some good power hits in, like, you know, 600-700 damage. These are actually really weak. Oh no. They just have good spells. And they're kind of hard to see.
This fight is over.
Yep. Do you have any mastered equipment? Alright, yeah, good. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, nope. Laffy said master something. Bag, yeah, Mars satchel. Perfect, okay. Hello there.
I'm ready for this.
Flame Witch. So what level are they? 36? So these are actually higher levels than me. Ow. No thank you, please. Perfect. And kill. Kill, kill, kill. Alright. Yo, how long are you allowed to guard for? About that long. Oh, come on. And this is where we do the damage. And they're gone. Okay, so...
What an easy victory.
46 floric garments later. Where does this take us? Did I not go up here earlier? I guess not. I think this is just like a chest. Oh. Our expedition's back. We lost every single fight. Nice. Nice. Just gonna leap. And away we go. So we need to go to B1. Which means through here. Through here. There's someone to talk to the right. Oh, hey there, bud.
Hey, it's you again.
I'm so busy. I'm so busy I can't even notice what's going on around me.
You're not
Yogi.
fooling anybody. Why bother?
I was hoping to not have to deal with yous guys. Whenever I run into yous, I always lose so much monies.
Because Velvet always forces unreasonable demands on you?
Oh, Miss Exorcist, your concern warms my little turtle's heart.
I'm not forcing anything. I just think he's trying to take advantage of us by fixing his prices well above market rate.
Price fixing? As in deliberately marking up items so as to take advantage of the less fortunate?
That's what that would
I
be.
was under the impression that the Abbey strictly forbade such unscrupulous business tactics.
Perish the thought, Miss. Our accounting is always above board. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. No matter whens and no matter wheres, you can get whatever you need for the same fair price.
That's good to hear. Eleanor, give the nice turtles that smile he so desires.
I'm sure running a business is hard work. Hang in there.
Much obliged.
Okay. It's very convenient that this entire world is set up to be exactly like the, you know, Earth, with 24 hours in a day and 7 days in a week. Unless it's actually 25 hours and 8 days, and, like, I'm a fucking idiot.
Always ready to fight.
This is New Jersey. Any area around New York. Yogi. Come on. Stop resisting. There we go. Alright, 1, 2, right? Does that work better? Yeah, that works pretty good. Power hit. Come on, please. Burn him up. Just trying to get rid of these stupid friggin' witches. They're not the Mogulu types, so we don't care about them as much.
Well then, let's move on.
Sweet. Hit that up. Basement 2.
Don't get careless.
Luckily I didn't get hit in the back by the gargoyles. Fiend and Winged. Do not interrupt Mogulu, please. Stop interrupting her. Can I do the instacast thing where they end up having to say blah 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 in this game? Is that only the older ones? Or that specific older one? Man, they love the guard.
Now, rise.
Rise?
Ascending angel.
Monk.
This works.
Get him. 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 There we go.
You won't get any pity or compassion from me.
Okay. Grab that heart, and now through the side door.
From the way you were talking, it seemed like you had an idea of who was behind the riot. What happened here?
I think someone in your position would know.
There were reports of a large riot, but I was caught up in chasing you, so I heard little else.
It was a small affair, really. Velvet Rokuro and I were being held on this island. Velvet instigated the other prisoners to riot so that we could escape.
She used the prisoners?
That is what she did.
You'd expect different from me?
How did it end?
We didn't
escaped.
stay to see, but the prisoners were losing badly. At least, that's what it looked like. But if that was the case, then where did all the exorcists go?
I know Oscar left to report the incident, but the other guards should have remained at their posts.
Well,
Oscar left
they
because we
didn't
kicked the
flee.
shit out of
We have
him.
to assume they were all killed.
By this headless knight, perhaps? Well, no sense losing our heads, I suppose. But it looks like we're in for a heck of a fight.
All we have to do is mop up anyone who's left.
Okay. What's a kudoku?
What was it called?
Kudoku?
Venomization, right?
Kudoku.
The dark ritual of making demons feed on each other to birth stronger ones.
Eisen, how many demons does the ritual require?
It's more a matter of quality than quantity. Stronger demons mean more powerful malevolence.
The ritual mixes the victor's malevolence with that of the devoured, creating a terrible, bloodthirsty monster. You see, the newfound power comes at a great cost. With it, the victor's last vestiges of self-control are stripped away.
So it's something even more than a monster. A seething ball of pure power and malevolence.
Yes.
Rokuro, don't tell me you're considering it for yourself.
Of course I am. I'll consider anything that could make me stronger.
You cannot be serious.
What's there to be so surprised about? Well, look at Velvet. She's already eaten countless demons.
You're ridiculous.
He's right. If it helps me find my vengeance, I don't care.
Velvet?
Wah, wah.
Wait, are you really going to do it?
Relax, it's not gonna happen. Becoming a monster wouldn't bother me. But when I defeat my rival, I have to be myself for it to mean anything. It's the same for Velvet.
It is?
Besides, if I kill a previous victor of the ritual, I'll have proved myself strong enough not to need the extra power.
You're ridiculous.
I mean, he's not wrong. Although the logic could be a little faulty in that he could be more powerful by getting a more powerful monster to eat. So these things, the only thing strong about them are all the spells. Because I'm power hitting for 400 or 500. One less. Come on. Womp. There you go.
Come on, really?
Yep, really. Damn it.
I'll end this quickly.
Oh, great. Friggin' flame witches. These are, like, just powerful enough to be annoying. Not very nice of them. Thank you for that. I needed it. Break. Oh, thank God. Something to kill him faster. I'm trying to save mine for this headless knight. Oh, mess him up, mess him up, mess him up, mess him up, mess him up good. Low-key because of the busy work. Yeah, there's a lot of fighting. Just a ton of enemies.
That was a considerably powerful enemy.
And I'm sure if you want to like do some of the you know, grinding to get some of the stuff up to the correct perfect end goal, there's even more. And you know, it's all fine and dandy. But no thank. This is where what's his name was? Rokuro, when we first met him. Okay. I want to clear this out because, so I would, you know, as all of you, or at least many of you, I'm sure are aware. And here's what Rokuro's sword was. I was playing RimWorld for 4 hours today. And, so tonight's stream's not going to be nearly as long, just because I wasn't expecting to go that long earlier, and I've exhausted all my interesting talking points, I guess. So I wanna play some more Berseria, talk with you guys, and complete a, you know, a little part of it. And then I think we're doing Stardew tomorrow, because depends on how far Boggle gets in to her work. But she has told me she wants to do Stardew tomorrow. And then I'll probably... I know I have Sundays an off day.
You really do have a
but
peculiar
obviously,
air about you.
I can tell myself if I don't really want to take an off day, I don't have to. And so I'll probably be back with this Sunday. Next week's that, you know, fine and fun midterm week. So hopefully I won't have to mess up my schedule too much with this, because I'm pretty sure all my midterms should be cakewalks. The HVAC one will be. I think I can already do the HVAC one. I haven't even watched 2 or 3 of the lectures. And there's just one of them that's slightly scary. He doesn't have legs or anything. He's also legless.
Product of the venomization.
He's literally just floating armor. He doesn't have arms.
Well, he definitely
He's
looks
just
vicious enough.
He's just an armor suit.
Not as vicious as our velvet, though.
He's you. Oh my god. You have a head though. Yeah, antique armor is a way better name for this.
Where's his voice even coming from?
I don't know. Look inside.
Yo, we're getting some good chain damage done though. We got a ton of chain damage. Holy shit, he's already down 5,000 health. Oh boy. Perfect dodge. Oh, he's dead. That was an unfortunate stun. Oh my god. That was the boss fight?
Well, that takes care of that.
No. No. That was a trick.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the room you were imprisoned in.
I feel something again.
Oh, that's why they kept you there.
Pulse point. It must be on this island.
So you're
I sense
one
it
of the
too.
Therians.
It's very close.
Directly
Oh.
underneath us, I would guess.
Ho, ho, ho. If no one's down there, it was you. It was you the whole time.
What is this place?
Did our
Welcome to the most
turrets?
secure cell in the entire complex. The darkest hole in Titania. Feel anything, Laphicet?
Yeah, I think this is the Earth Pulse point.
Did they sacrifice Laphicet
this
so
cell
that
is where the Earth
Velvet
Pulse
will
point
become the
is,
Therian?
Then does that mean it housed a Therian?
Yeah, and a real hungry one at that. Every day, they would toss demons into its cell. It would devour its fill, then wipe the blood from its lips. Never once realizing it was delivering to Inominat the malevolence of hundreds of demons and prisoners.
Yeah, her
And then
actual
one
brother.
day, there appeared before it a female Moloch who shattered the barrier and freed the Therian from its cage. But the Therian knew no mercy, and it devoured its liberator.
After it died.
And it was then. It was then I obtained the power to avenge my brother.
Velvet, you're a Therian?
She's been saying this forever.
This prison island was a feeding ground for the Therian, harnessing the malevolence created by the prisoners within.
But because Velvet escaped, the malevolence went out of control.
Wow, the same darn thing that happened back in Kamawana's village.
Lord Artorius would never have done such a thing.
No. What's so unbelievable? That he used his wife's brother as a human sacrifice? That he imprisoned his wife's sister? Because that's what your damned holy shepherd did! All to get his hands on Inominat's power!
Yeah, freak out at him. Finally.
Sure, he had a reason for it.
Yeah, what reason?
A reason? To spare the world of its pain? Don't give me that! Who will spare my brother's pain? Who will soothe my brother's despair? He murdered my little brother Luffy! And you'll stand there and tell me it was for the greater good?
You tell her. Come on, let's go. Finally. Speak up.
At any rate, that's one less Therian for us to track down.
Velvet.
So we got 3.
What? Did Velvet yell at you so hard you're starting to hear voices now?
I have a feeling something's wrong. Kamoana could be in danger.
But we already beat the Headless Knight.
Yeah, there's no way that was the actual boss fight.
I still can't shake this feeling. Please, let's go back and check on them.
Okay. Wendy from... Who's Wendy from Fairy Tail? The girl who needs to drink like a tall glass of water, or Eleanor? I would not know. I have not seen Fairy Tail. Nor am I very well versed. Water girl.
Velvet is a Therian,
Who
is
knows?
she? I knew there was something off about her.
Hasn't she been saying that the whole time?
That's really on my mind. Lavi said, is Velvet truly Lord Artorius' younger sister?
Sister-in-law.
She never told me.
If it
I'm
were true,
getting a phone call.
I suppose it would explain her knowledge of Lord Artorius' training.
If you're so curious, why not ask her yourself? Hey Velvet, what's your connection to Artorius?
Not a scary one from Neen.
Rokuro, have some tact!
I heard you whispering. Doesn't bother me. Artorius was married to my late sister, Celica. He was our brother-in-law. We lived together for more than 10 years.
That does explain a few things.
So he sacrificed his little brother and turned his sister into a Therian.
But you were his family.
To his view of the grand scheme, family is inconsequential. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. All he did was act according to his ideal logic. Well,
Nope. I told you, B.
Let's get
it's fine.
moving.
Alright, so basically, Artorias bad. I was able to listen to it. Oh. Neen is finally on her way here, so she had something to do. Boggle, Neen. All the different names. I can't tell if we're starting a new act or if the second act's ending. Or like where we are in this story. Mistress, there you go.
So it turns out that Velvet is a Therian who consumes malevolence.
And too much malevolence is what changes people into demons. Strong enough malevolence can persist after the person who created it dies, turning their corpse or spirit into a raging monster. That's how undead and phantom demons come about.
The demons Velvet killed turned back into humans because she devoured their malevolence.
Yeah, and consequently, they avoided becoming undead or anything like that.
So she saved them. Well, I mean, a corpse is a corpse, of course.
Do you think she could devour only the malevolence and turn a living demon human again?
That's what I'm curious about.
Unfortunately, that's impossible due to malevolence's self-reinforcing nature. When Therians are connected to Enominat through an Earth Pulse point, they seem to be able to absorb small concentrations of malevolence from the surrounding area and inhibit the creation of new demons. But any human who builds up enough malevolence to turn into a demon will keep producing malevolence as long as they live.
That's right. To devour any malevolence, I need to cut it off at the source.
So
That's
eat
how
them.
my powers work.
Velvet, I'm sorry.
I don't mind it. Actually, I find it convenient. This way, I'll never forget my hatred for Artorias.
Plus, as long as you stay away from an Earth Pulse point, you get to keep the power of any malevolence you consume.
Fuel for my hatred, yes.
I think she's freaking Laufey out a little bit. Cockroach. Let's go. Kill the thing. She's Sasuke. Sasuke! Wrong way. It's a good thing this isn't real life. Paraoko or whatever would be dead because I would get so lost. As there's no mini-map in real life.
That was Kamoana!
Oh. Oh no.
Kamoana!
Yo, does my man just have a falcon? Yep. He's just straight up holding a falcon on his arm. Because he can.
You really came back for me. A promise is a promise, sweetheart.
A headless knight and a horse demon.
Headless horse
Giving
demon.
off a ton of malevolence.
This must be the true survivor of the venomization process.
I will avenge my brother.
I get it! The dying exorcist lady wasn't saying Headless Knight is back. She was going for Headless Knight on horseback.
Whatever the case, we'll fight whoever we have to claim this island.
I was like, that last fight was way too easy.
Now I can't help but wonder how the horse is named.
Get close and look if you're that curious.
Now, rise!
Rise?
Ascending!
Angel! Bonk. So this one's, yeah, this one's got 47. Yeah, this is way more like a real boss. God damn it. Getting stunned is not ideal. Let me stun you. I saw one. There it is. This will let me use my abilities. Here we go. Yo, guys, just stop getting hit by that. Yo, and whoever's hitting those 700 damage power hits, keep it up. Yo, friggin' Eleanor is literally just getting hit over and over again until she can't move. Let's get a little heals in. Go ahead and just peach shell me real quick. Eleanor is like the great dodger. Not Eleanor. Magilu. Oh, you're stunned? I was behind you. I have many questions. I have many questions. Gotta stun him. Gotta stun. Come on. Oh man, the abilities that the thing attacks in front and then hits behind is brutal. Just slap the boss. True. Just... Oh, well, okay. I can't be stunned for that to work, but I agree. Slapping the boss. Oh, whoever's doing this power moves, yeah, keep that up. I mean, if you play Velvet, the entire game is literally just spin kick your way to victory. Just spin, spin, kick, kick, kick. She has a sword. You play Eleanor? Oh, that's fair. You have someone in here that plays mostly Magilu. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. And then, I don't know what everyone else. Eleanor also does spins. But is there as many spins? I cannot believe there are as many spins. We have to kill the ads. What type of... Not as many spins. See. We're the spin queens. As Velvet. Look, he even just did a spin. Lost Fawn Drive.
That's venomization, all right. Definitely stronger than that headless lump of armor.
I beg your pardon?
Not you.
Oh, it's still alive. What the what is... Okay.
The demon from the villa?
No, look! It's absorbing the malevolence. It's a Therian.
So now we get to fight that.
Actually, that hawk is Griffin. My one and only friend.
A damned Therian. So that's what Tabitha meant when she said we'd find out shortly.
But your highness, why do you have a Therian?
It's like I said. Griffin has been my dear friend ever since I was a child.
As a griffin or as a person?
Even if he's a Therian now, that hasn't changed.
Oh.
So you knew you were helping a Therian escape. What are you plotting?
That gets us to 4 already.
I have no plots or schemes. I just want Griffin to be free.
I guess we shouldn't be surprised. The Crown Prince and future king, he's gonna do whatever he likes.
I suppose I am at that. But if I am, it's the first time I've ever been allowed a choice of my own. When you're a prince, you're not a person. You're an institution, one designed to serve the state and its people.
I'm not going to say stereotypical prince role here, like prince archetype,
Say, for instance,
that
you
doesn't
were
want the
doing your
king.
law studies and your back suddenly
But
itches. What do you do?
I mean, I'd scratch it. Who wouldn't?
When I did that, my tutor gave me a whipping so hard the blood ran down my back. The reason being that I prioritized a personal feeling, that is to say my itch, over my studies in service of the state.
Yeah, that's just abuse.
Griffin lay claim to the skies.
Yeah, most of the characters in this game have either exact moves or reference parodies the previous games from Mystic Arts.
My lone solace over the years.
I have not played any other Tales games.
But then,
my title probably gives that away.
He turned out to be responsive to Inonat's power.
I like this one.
I take it the Midgand royal family is well aware that the Abbey is creating Therians.
Of course. How could we not? The kingdom offers unequivocal support to Shepherd Artorius' vision of reason and will.
Oh, you don't like him either. Good. You're a friend.
Even so, if there was one thing I could never
This is a good one. I'm noticing that. This one's very good.
Unable to fly. Never. I tricked the Exorcist on guard and disabled the barrier. But then Griffin attacked the Exorcist.
Why would it be good being unfortunate? Why would it be good be unfortunate?
That's why you said you could never go back.
I see.
They can overlook a single dead exorcist, but with a Therian removed, malevolence will engulf the capital.
Oh boy.
I knew full well what I was doing. And yet, I couldn't watch my friend's life be stripped away.
Your Highness.
He chose a single bird over the world. Why do you think that birds fly?
That's what Lord Artorius
Give me 1 second, D2. I have a comment about that actually.
Birds can fly because their bones are light and their wing muscles are enormously strong.
Birds fly because a bird that cannot fly is no bird at all. That's what I think.
I understand now. As long as you remain on this island, you may do as you please. But if you try to escape, I'll kill you.
That should work. This way we'll have him on hand if we ever need a hostage.
Understood. I appreciate you letting Griffin and me stay here.
Thank you for being reasonable,
Well,
dude.
Now that that's taken care of, let's build ourselves a hideout.
We have a fort. This game is all around so good with their few drawbacks. You find the other games harder. In particular, the combat system is extremely different. So okay. The title is true, and that this will be the first Tales game I ever complete. A long time ago, I got Tales of Zestiria, which I have heard is not the strongest one. And I got my condolences. I got about 2 hours into that game, maybe 3 hours into that game. Maybe a little longer. I basically got to the point where I'm setting off, and I hate Mikolo or whatever his name was, the white-haired, I think it's a seraph. Not the main guy. Mikolo? Yep. And I was like, I can't fucking do this. I think, just for fun, after I beat Berseria, I have a couple other games I'm playing, like the Nonary games, the Zero Time Dilemma series. I'm playing, we're playing Yakuza Kiwami 2, because we beaten 1 and 0. Might play some of the Trails games. But after we kind of complete a couple other ones, I wanna just kind of play, not all of it, but a little bit of Zestiria on stream, because I've been asked to see what my reaction would be to that one again, because it's been a few years since I've played it, so I don't really remember the story. Listen, there is a character in the game who calls himself Amiibo for a combination of Mikolo plus boy, and I decided the character is my reason to finish that game. I now never use his name, I just call him Amiibo. Armor Asteroid 3 grants +1 maximum break gauge to characters wearing equipment that has been enhanced. Okay. I'd do that. That'd be much better if it was soul gauge. What are you gonna do? Amiibo.
Hey, Velvet, do you know where Eleanor is?
Wasn't she just playing with you?
Yeah, but then she left.
What happened,
worried
Yogurt?
because she looked pretty sad.
The Grand Souls.
go
I
find
could use
her?
those. Oh yes, my best friend, Eleanor.
All right, fine.
Aw,
Just
I'm
don't
sorry.
cry on me, okay?
How do I earn those ass rates? Not cooking, expeditions. Let's see if I failed all 3 of them. Hey! Excellent. Let's go back. Alright. Oh boy. Okay, we'll be talking to people. You're getting really annoyed with people. I'm sorry about that.
Hey, Rokuro, have you seen Eleanor?
It's never fun.
Probably. I don't know. Bit drunk.
Just try not to go overboard.
But man, are we a bunch of screw-ups or what? I mean, we've kidnapped a prince now. They gotta have laws against that.
Actually-
Broke out of prison, flattened Helavis, tried to assassinate a shepherd. Hey, how many infractions do you think
I
we're on
love the
hook for?
cowboy hat.
Pardon me if I don't stop and count. If you don't like it, nobody's forcing you to tag along.
No, I still haven't repaid my debt to you.
See you
say
soon.
that, but you really just want to beat Shigure, don't you?
Whoa, to me they're both connected. It's a long story, but I can tell you if you...
I'll pass.
Well, join me for a drink then?
Can't. I'm 19.
Is the drinking age 21 in Japan? I forgot she's that young. It is? Okay. Because I know in Europe it's 18.
Huh. A most interesting interpretation. What do you make of this part here?
That actually makes sense. Because they actually mentioned that in Grand Blue.
pronounce it
Not Grand Blue
Lollypower,
Fantasy.
Then it'll
Not Grand Blue
mean
Fantasy, but
midriff,
Grand Blue.
Which
Jeez.
probably isn't right.
Stop!
Maybe Muse Mila?
Well, that would make this passage read, Pornges are nummy.
Okay, yeah.
The way
that's
she
not
says
right
that is just so, like...
What's wrong, Velvet?
Porges are yummy.
No, I haven't. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to watch her.
Just read somewhere where there's more light. You'll hurt your eyes like this.
Okay.
You just flip the switch. Just turn it on. I bring him a torch and I just throw it on that book. Oops. Velvet is best girl. That's all there is to it. Yeah. I agree. I mean, well, she is best mom. Magilou's pretty great. I think I'm still in the Velvet camp, but Magilou is like a close second,
Hey,
especially because it's
you
just
got any
crazy
idea where
Futaba.
Eleanor is?
No, sorry. I was having a meeting with Benwick and the crew about our search for Nightbreed.
Are you sure you're okay with putting that off? At this point, the Abbey doesn't have much reason to keep him alive. Wouldn't you rather look for him than Therians?
I know time is a factor, but we still don't have any decent leads. I think we need to stir up the Abbey and see what shakes loose. And who better to do that than you?
So this works for both of us then.
Never fear. I'm still acting out of self-interest. Besides, Ifrid won't die so easily.
He's a strong man. It'd take a lot to bring him down.
Yeah. I've never seen him flinch from a storm, no matter how choppy the seas.
Where angels fear to tread, as they
Yes,
say.
I am using keyboard.
Probably some of that as well.
Hopefully the trick still works. Welcome back.
Hey, any idea
Alright,
where
good.
Eleanor went?
How should I know? I'm
Sorry about
too
the
busy
creaky
to
mic.
spare any time worrying about anyone else.
You look pretty
I'll see what I can do
distinctly
here.
unoccupied to me right now.
Right. I'm busy being unoccupied.
You're... what?
It's simple. When you have free time, it means you're busy trying to avoid having any business to do.
You're too weird for this world, Magilou.
No,
Says the
she
woman
makes
with the
perfect
world's
sense.
blandest personality.
I always figured you'd be the type to take off as soon as things got hairy. So what keeps you here?
I am utterly, completely, totally, wholly devoid of anything else to do. Which is to say I'm...
unoccupied.
Right, now you get it. Besides, I have to stick around to see how our bet turns out, don't I?
Love it. We gotta get to Outer Path. Why is your character so monotone? Velvet just does not care about anything. We gotta go back out there with the wrong. All you gotta do is hit up an inn and rest at it, and then when you do that, I'll tell you what to do for the fun trick. Oh boy. Okay. I assume we'll probably be in a city soon, so more Therians to get and all that jazz. Balmy fluid. Is that just like sweat? You gotta understand, Keegan, my the main character's family has been like basically one by one murdered in front of her or turned out to be completely evil. And then she was thrown in prison for 3 years where she was forced to consume other people and demons and by her brother-in-law, and just like she's not really in a great place mentally, you know? Interesting. Isn't this where I'm supposed to be? Find Bellinor. I'm in the right place. Unless... Can I run by her? No. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Take care, Mike. B, I, and K. Oh, we need to be North Watchtower, you bitch. Okay, okay, I figured it out. This way. I should have followed all of the characters. That made way more sense. And then we go down here. How do these doors open? Am I just willing them to move up? Magical Tales doors, fair. I will them to be where they're not. They're pretty cool if that's how it worked in real life. Door, you're in an inconvenient location. Please no longer be there. That is true. You just walk up, move your hand out in front of you, pretend the force pushed them out of the way, and they listen. You'll push her. Push her. Push her. Push her off the edge.
There you are, Eleanor.
Oh wait, no, that would kill Laffy's
head.
head.
Worried about you.
You actually came looking for me?
Can't say no to a crying child.
Indeed. She may
Green-haired waifu.
But deep down, she's still a lonely little girl. That's something I've come to realize in traveling with
Has
you all.
red hair.
Wretched demons and Therians, even the Malachim who I'd only thought of as tools. They all live and think as humanly as the rest of us.
Fair enough.
I was so clueless. I didn't know what demon blight really was.
Green Eye Blue Dragon.
Nor what the Abbey was doing. Through it all, I knew nothing beyond blind belief in whatever I was taught.
Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
The coward's path is
That's
not that
yeah,
of an
and see that's what I
exorcist.
meant to say. We're
They
even
may
now.
say, I didn't know anything, so I can't be blamed. I can't live like that.
Is she finally being like, maybe the Abbey's awful? Because that'd be really nice.
I think I'll stay here a little longer to cool my head off. Please tell Kamoana I'm alright.
Don't stay out too long. The sea breeze can get cold.
Thank you.
Don't get the wrong idea. If you got sick or something, Kamoana and Laphicet would worry. That's all.
Baka! It's not like I care about you or anything. Ah, the sound of resting for the night. I too hear music play in my head.
I have something to say.
Oh boy. Please, make me like you more.
There's something I've been hiding, until now.
Oh?
I've been acting undercover on a special mission for Lord Artorias.
Yeah, we all knew
I was
this.
to watch over the Malik Laphicet and bring him to Abbey headquarters. So vital was the mission, I was to do whatever it took, even kill my fellow exorcists.
You were gonna take me to them.
I'm sorry for deceiving you, Laphicet. Originally, I was going to get you to lower your guard, then take you in.
I like this.
However,
I like this turn of
I
event.
no longer intend on following the
Yes.
Abbey's orders.
Yes.
You're turning your back on Artorias?
No. I still believe in the sincerity of Lord Artorias. That the world he seeks is one that will benefit all humankind.
No.
But nevertheless, I simply cannot bring myself to
Okay.
condone the methods he
Okay,
has
never
chosen
mind.
to achieve that vision.
Okay.
So,
I fuck with the vision.
I will help you protect the Therians. Until I discover the answer I seek.
Eleanor!
I want to live a life that I don't have to be ashamed of. And to do that, I have to learn the truth for myself.
So, you live by your emotions after all.
Maybe you found your own creed.
Welcome to our wonderful world of wickedness.
Don't equate us! To act in opposition of one's feelings is to act opposed to reason.
You never make things simple, do you?
You should be glad I don't.
Yeah, after all, she's my vessel.
Aww. Oh, this is really wholesome.
Yes, yes.
So, I think our next order of business is to find ourselves another Therian. Well, that's the extent of my insight.
I just got an achievement called the
Anyone got any
Sower of
actual
Strife.
leads?
What if we had Eleanor swipe some intel on them from the Abbey? That could work.
I don't know.
It wouldn't work. Officially, the Abbey still considers her a traitor, so who would leak anything to her?
Yeah. Besides, we can't put Laphicet in danger like that. And anyway, Eleanor's terrible at being a spy.
Ungracious, but accurate.
You know that special underground cell from yesterday? I want to go back there. There's something I want to try out.
What are you about to do?
Alright, let's go.
What are you about to do? I'm shocked. The wrong fucking way. I'm an idiot. Alright. Up here. And we'll get halfway there, and then we'll watch another Tales cutscene.
Laphicet, I must offer you an apology.
What
It's
for?
probably good.
For spying. I was plotting to
We're
take
trying
you
to, you know,
back to the
kidnap
Abbey.
you and have the Abbey use you for your
truly
powers.
sorry.
It was
Oops,
your
my
mission,
bad.
wasn't it? Somehow I think I always knew.
You did?
Call it a hunch. Besides, Velvet was really suspicious of you. Whenever you feel you're doing something wrong, you start to sweat a lot. It seemed odd.
How long have you known?
Ever since you became a vessel for me. I think Velvet knew too.
That's quite a shock. I failed completely in my role as a spy. It's pathetic. Shameful, really.
Well, I think it says something good about you.
Aww. Looking for the good in
Someone who
things.
can't lie well seems like a better person than someone who has an easy time of it.
Thank you, Laffy said. I think you're the better person.
Nah, I gotta go for that blue eyes red hair. Oh no. Why are you here, Bienfu?
Here, Bienfu?
I was hoping you'd let me join in!
We're in the middle of something important. Please leave us be for now.
I'll be quiet. Just let me hang around, alright?
Afraid not.
Madam Eleanor is a mealyhead! She's a what?
Laffy said, thank you. I hope we can stay friends.
I hope so too, Eleanor.
Hold on, I'm looking for a meme. Hold on. I want to figure out what show. If am I recalling this correct? What is it? I don't know what it's from, but it's that thing that says, "For humanity's sake, please die," as the guy's like falling into an abyss. If anyone knows, please let me know. It's definitely a manga, not a full-on anime.
The outer seas is going super well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's all thanks to you guys chipping in.
Oh, we haven't done all that much.
Well, don't rest on your laurels just yet. Worse things happen at sea, you know. The scouting ship could always get eaten by some giant tentacled horror from the deeps.
Danger's a part of the job.
The
Besides,
Bracken.
Ifrit's pirates are all about venturing into the
Kraken.
I wonder what's still hidden out there for us to find.
Terror Island, for one thing. According to ancient legends, it's an island that moves across the outer seas like a ship.
Really? I've never heard of an island like that.
Nobody knows if it's real or not, which is exactly why we have to try and find it ourselves.
Awesome! I can't wait to get to the bottom of this.
Don't get too excited just yet, kiddo. It's good to have enthusiasm and all, but I bet this place is called Terror Island for a reason.
I'm not too worried. Like Aizen said, challenging the unknown is
Alright, that face on Magulu. That's the big brain play.
Looks like you've caught the bug too.
Ah, looks like it.
Another one.
Bienfu, I have a question for you.
It just wouldn't be the
I
same.
know Magulu likes to call herself a witch and all that, but what is she really?
The obvious guess would be that she's an exorcist, but I don't think I ever saw her name in the roster.
That's not surprising. She is indeed a bona fide dark witch.
What does that mean?
No, I saw one night just how scary she could be. It's enough to keep you awake at night. It was
Velvet's just uninterested.
a volcano. Above the bubbling magma sat a huge cauldron. Inside the cauldron, a blood-red liquid stickily simmered, boiling in the hellfire heat. When droplets splattered onto Miss Magulu's cheeks, she just cackled and licked it off, and she kept the cauldron boiling for 3 days and 3 nights. What was
There's
she
gonna be
making?
some ridiculous explanation for this.
Strawberry jam.
What? What's scary about that?
I was just getting to the scary part. Instead of using sugar, she put in soy sauce, cooking wine, and liquor.
Oh my
Soy sauce
god.
and strawberries? Is that normal? You wouldn't think so, but that contrasted sweetness, sourness, and saltiness actually makes it taste great.
So wait, why is she evil?
Someone like you would understand the appeal. You have to have a refined palate like mine to appreciate it.
Oh my god.
I've heard of that. You can boil things in soy sauce and wine to preserve them. When you do it with strawberries, it's called strawberry soup.
What a clever name.
Actually,
Why am I so tired?
Strawberry soup has
Because you're
sea
weak.
urchin and abalone.
Drink a
not
Four Loko.
strawberries.
You'll be fine.
It's just called that because the sea urchin plumps up like berries. And
Oh.
it's not preserved either.
Really? Well, I had no idea. Wow, I really liked it too. I wonder if the reason she's never made it for me again is because she realized the mix-up. Now that I think about it, that's not the only thing I like that she made one time. Like durian jellies and the candied sweet fish too.
I think I see what's going on here.
What does the food she's made more
What's
than
wrong with the
once
voice
taste
acting?
like?
He's just talking.
It's just normal stuff, like what you guys always have.
This is Froppy.
Only a truly scary witch could hide that much cooking talent behind such plain-tasting food with no one the wiser.
Oh my god, there's another one. Oh, boys. There's another one.
I know this smell.
Yeah, it's Prince Percival's fragrant wood perfume.
Don't. Drink a Four
When
Loko.
I told him I'd never smelled it before, he put a little on my sleeve to
Exactly.
I love the smell of the royal family's perfume. It's distinct, but not overpowering.
Then why are you
It's made
all
from
able to
Vandaria
smell it?
trees, conifers that grow in a snowy land.
I don't know.
I've noticed that you and Velvet and Mogiloo smell nice too. Do you all wear the same perfume?
Make a trash can.
Do? We don't use that stuff, but maybe you're smelling the soap we use.
Oh, can only the royal family wear fragrant wood?
No. Some fragrances, including the Vandaria scented ones, only the royal family can use, but most don't have any such restriction.
If they all smell so good on humans, why doesn't everyone
Because the
use
whole
them?
idea.
You know, I've never thought about that. Why do you think that is, Eisen?
It's a bit
Who does not
complicated.
sound like that, by
to
the
explain
way.
it right,
in
I'd have to start with the
Saga Time
history of
Evil.
bathing in Midgand. A few hundred years ago, people believed they would die if they took a bath. They were so terrified of baths that they wouldn't even go near one.
I can't believe people would be scared of taking a bath. Why would that even happen?
Well, at the time,
Yo, people
a
are still
deadly
scared
plague
taking
was running
baths. Just go to a
rampant,
con.
and people thought that it could be transmitted through bath water. Bear in mind that this was all before we had proper plumbing or techniques to purify water. People couldn't just bathe anywhere. Sewers like the one we used to sneak through Logris are a fairly recent construction, only around a century old.
Some people even thought bathing at all was unhygienic.
Right. As bathing went out of style, the royal family started to use these fragrant woods.
Covering up their bad smell with a good one.
Yep. As a result, their perfumes used to be far more potent, to the point where you couldn't even tell if it smelled good anymore.
But nowadays, nobody actually believes that bathing can make you sick, right?
As civilization advanced, plumbing became widespread, and baths themselves became much cleaner fixtures than they used to be.
And the fragrant woods fell out of favor because they were no longer necessary, right?
To the contrary, as the people gained prosperity, the perfumes became a popular display of wealth. The newfound popularity didn't last long, however, thanks to the propagation of a new disease.
Oh.
One that didn't transmit through baths.
We're learning about perfume. What are you talking about?
Demon blight, you mean?
With the rise of demon attacks, life outside the city walls became increasingly difficult. With fragrant woods now harder to come by, the perfumes once again became the domain of royalty.
I guess that means that fragrant woods share a long and complicated history with plagues.
To cover up the truth of malevolence, the powers that be spread rumors of a demon plague, continuing their time-honored tradition of covering up one stink with another.
So, what do you think of the perfume? Do you like it?
Yeah, it smells nice. But I think I like the smell of soap better.
Huh?
Guys, there's a fourth one.
This island is so amazing! It's far away from any other people and has so much hidden
Why are
stuff
there so
underground.
many?
It's such a perfect hideout! Just thinking about it makes me so excited to be here! Yeah,
Thanks,
I
BM2.
guess. What's wrong? You were so excited to be here before! Don't be such a drag, Laphicet! It's just that this used to be a prison. People were
Who's
brought
going-
here to suffer.
Hey, it's no cheese grater,
If you're
boy.
worried about how I feel, don't be. If I really hated this place, I wouldn't have made it my base.
Hell, I was imprisoned here too, but now it's the secret fort I always dreamed of.
I still haven't forgiven the guard who ate all those marron glacés I was sent.
I'll let the past be the past. What part of Secret Fort are you not getting?
Yeah.
But it can't all be just for fun and games here either. In order to maximize the success of our future battles, we need to maintain and improve this base going forward.
This place seems sturdy as it is. Does it really need more work put into it?
Nonsense. This place was built to specialize in holding prisoners. We can make it better suit our needs.
What are you proposing exactly?
Well, I think we need to start with smokescreen generators.
Yes.
They'll be effective against intruders unfamiliar with the layout here. Of course, afterwards we'll have to clean up all the soot.
Oh, I thought you just wanted smoke machines.
I think we need something to put out fires. The fire at Hellevese was really scary.
Fire
We
extinguishers.
have Molecule like you who could use water arts, though. If anything happens, you can just put it out.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
What we really need are some secret underground tunnels.
Oh my
If
god.
things get too hairy here, we'll need an underground escape route. We can put in hidden doors, and even some fake ones to trick the enemy too.
Okay,
We
good.
have 2 separate docks. That's good enough.
No enemy is going to attack without taking both docks into consideration. That's why we need to build underground tunnels before anything else.
But if
we're on an island.
Yep.
You know, surrounded by water. Where would these tunnels even lead to?
Isn't it obvious? We'll dig underneath the sea to
Oh,
another
of
uninhabited
course.
island nearby.
Allow me to give you 400 reasons why that'd be
If it
awful.
means getting my tunnels, I'll build an island too.
Are you listening to what you're saying?
It sounds like he's daydreaming to me.
And what's wrong with having some dreams? This is a great opportunity we have here. You guys just don't get it.
It's okay.
Eyes is my
I
favorite of
get
the
where you're
dudes.
coming from.
He
But
promises.
they'll never understand. You might as well save your breath.
I love the guys. I love because the girls are obviously kind of they're all main characters. The girls get a lot of screen time, but when the guy and like they actually interact a lot more because you play as Velvet. But when the guys interact, it's always like they'll never get it. In just true anime form. It's beautiful. It's just the most beautiful thing I could ever ask. Alright, we need to go to basement 3, which requires us to start by going to basement 1. On top of digging a hole through and flooding it, I assume there will be a second part unless there was a comment to something I said, and now I don't know what it was to, besides the 400 reasons it'd be awful. It's not really 400, there's just like a couple, like a handful. I've done, I've looked at, I haven't done, I've had to review tunnel design before, and that shit scares me so bad. Mainly because everything just has to be so precise. And you have to do so many soil collections. But they're cool. I mean, they're built to last. You have to have them inspected a shit ton. What do we got? The only thing I don't get is the obsession with bugs. Laffysette's obsession, or all of them? Because I think Laffysette's just a kid. We're talking about how that one conversation with the beetle. That one I think was just to throw in some sort of... just some flair into that conversation. Make the characters a little quirky, you know? Quirky with a capital K. I know K is not how that word starts. The Eisen dig plan would punch a hole on the island and flood it to sink. Oh, yeah. There are all sorts of awful ideas. I mean, if you stayed completely underground, like far enough underground that you know, didn't end up underwater or letting water into the tunnel, you in theory could be fine, but all the earth around an ocean would be so incredibly saturated and really loose that digging a tunnel would be basically unfeasible unless you dug really deep, which I haven't seen any giant drill machines or boring equipment in this game yet, so I can't really say if it's possible. Let's push up my nerd glasses real quick. Start talking like one of them. Earth Moloch, shit. Boom Crash has done it again. I forgot magic is real. Discounted that part. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if, you know, earth magic's a thing, you could probably just say, yeah, I have decided that my thing will work, and it's gonna be solid stone, and now you have escape tunnels. Alright, is my boy about to, like, teleport us? Because that'd be pretty sick.
We're here. What now?
Well, so I've been thinking about Earth Pulse points. They're where the flow of the Earth Pulse, the Earth's natural forces, are concentrated.
Right. And Innominat is using those points to acquire malevolence and reawaken himself. You seem to have a knack for sensing them out. Once you're close enough, you can even pinpoint their location.
Except, I don't have to be close at all. When we came here yesterday, I felt another place. A place just like this.
Oh?
Are you saying you can use this Earth Pulse point as a conduit to find the others?
I think so. I don't know how far it works, and I can't say if Etherian will be on the other end.
Still, it'll give us something real to go on. Please, give it a try.
Okay.
We need, what, 3 more? No. Four more? 3 more. We have the bug, the girl, Velvet, and the Griffin. He just vanishes.
I felt it. There are dozens of Earth Pulse points scattered around, but I sensed a few big ones that stood out.
So you just mark them on your map.
Their size.
Yeah, at least I think I can. This island is one of the big ones. There are 2 more like it, somewhere to the east and the southeast. But I think those are the Warg Forest and the Temple of Palamedes.
Still, that suggests we're more likely to find Therians at the larger Earth Pulse points.
We've got 3 Therians to go. Anything that helps us narrow down our choices is a boon.
Yeah, you've done great work today, Laphicet.
That's for sure. Thank goodness you're here. You're a marvel. One of the wonders of the world, kiddo.
Aw.
It's not that big of a deal, really.
Then let's go Therian hunting. We have an honest-to-goodness lead.
Or dishonest to badness in our case.
For a second, those swords on the ground I thought were like the Halo energy
Broke
swords.
again. Still not good enough.
You think it's your swords that are weak? You don't think maybe your body's just stupid tough?
No. If it can't cut me, it's just not good enough. I need stronger materials to make a better sword. I'd love to try orichalcum, but getting that stuff is next to impossible.
Orichalcum. That's the strongest metal in the world, right?
A rare metal that's only been found in ancient ruins, and seldom at that. I've seen fragments of the metal myself, but I've never even heard of a piece large enough to forge into a weapon.
I have. I heard a rumor that a block of orichalcum was discovered in an ancient ruin some 200 years
Could you
ago.
imagine getting your hands on that and then messing it up?
The boat carrying it sank in a storm.
From the depths of the earth to the depths of the sea.
A sunken ship. Treasure at the bottom of the sea. That would stir any sailor's heart.
If we knew where to find it, could it be salvaged?
The ship's crew drowned, so nobody knows where she sank. Besides, it's a centuries-old rumor. Who's to say it's even true?
Right. No sense in wishing for what can't be gotten. I'm sure there's other material you can use.
Even Dial makes a good point sometimes.
He's holding his head like it's still there.
Dial?
Even Dial's getting angry.
Saying it like that's just weird, Kamoana.
Even Komoana's getting weird.
No.
Alright, so our target is an Earth Pulse point about as big as
No,
the one
thank
here.
you.
Let's start with the closest one and go from there. Which way is it?
The closest one is to the west.
Got it. Lead the way, Laphicet.
My pleasure.
My expedition has returned.
Take a look at this.
Triple loss? Ooh, we won one. That's new. That's it.
Scout ship setting sail.
Did that say the mistress's support? Alright, yeah, cancel that. Dispatch to the Centurion
Scout
Isles.
ship.
Okay. It did in fact say that. Amazing. Alright. I'm gonna save the game. There's an even funnier Velvet one. It's called The Mistress's Scolding. Oh wait, no, we have to get to an inn. Because you want to show me that thing. Okay, we'll do that. We'll get to that inn. We'll find an inn real quick. Maybe, possibly. Actually, we'll just play till we find an inn. Velvet scolds the crew. This makes them happy for some. Oh.
Sailing out to a Class 4 island. Now I can handle myself, but man,
At the back docks.
fun and games
Okay.
there. I nearly got killed by demons.
Bum
Actually stepped foot on a Class 4 island?
Not even. I was still approaching it by ship when this stuff that looked like spider silk started spreading round. These bug-looking demons were using the stuff to try and climb aboard my ship. Damnation! The crew cut those threads as fast as anything, and we
Okay.
got the hell out of there.
Okay.
Whole thing left me bawling.
Well, I'm glad to see you made it out safely. I'd suggest not going near there again.
Oh no, I wasn't planning on it. I had enough of that place to last me a lifetime.
New Class 4 administrative zone. Alright, let's go get to the back. Wait, can I use a bottle? I wonder. What button is it? I'm not gonna warp to Titania Island prison because I'm worried they'll just take me in here. What we got? Where's back? How do I get to the back docks? How do you get to the back docks? Oh, I think I've... Okay. That would probably be the back docks, wouldn't it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Alright, I'm ready to see your little trick.
Hey, Kuragane, let me ask you something.
More complaining, is it?
Come on, don't be like
Give
that.
me one sec.
Every time I turn around, Velvet or one of the pirates is telling me to go make some delivery to some island. I can never get a break.
Isn't that just a sign they think you're a dependable guy?
Maybe, but I don't see them sending you off on errands. It's like they take one look at your face and decide to leave you alone.
He's a blacksmith. Oh, that too.
Oh, right. Sorry. Slip of the tongue.
Maybe you just don't know how much work I do around here. It's more than you think. Anything to do with iron, I do it. Making tools, repairing things. What do you take me for? Some kind of cheeky freeloader? I don't even have cheeks.
You're too funny. But doesn't it ever annoy you to have all these kids giving you orders?
I've spent my entire life thinking of nothing but forging swords. It's been centuries since I've interacted with youngsters like them.
Aw.
It can be a hassle, but at least it's a new hassle.
Is he are his shoulders
Yeah,
blushing?
That's what I thought at first. So I went along with whatever they asked. but I've been too nice, so they keep pushing work onto me. Maybe if I hadn't been so helpful, they would have stayed out of my face like they stay out of yours.
Kurogane, the real MVP.
Have a face.
That's not the point. Aren't you even listening to what I'm saying here?
Okay, the direct facing me lizard man kind of freaks me out.
You and I got on this ship alongside these people, who are putting themselves in great danger in order to live the lives of their choosing.
The side characters are very, very good.
Then go on and get off this ship with your tail between your legs.
Yeah, except I don't have a tail right now.
Got him. Got him. Alright, well worth. So we run over here. There it is. Okay, I found the inn. So do I have to sleep at the inn? I gotta rest there, right? I'm gonna loot some of this shit. Yes. Okay. Must rest. Okay. Let's see how cozy this inn they made is. Not very cozy. Sure, we'll spend 100 gold to stay here. We rest.
The oldest known map of the world was made by... Wow, it took them decades!
You always look so happy when you've got your nose in a book. What's so interesting about the one you've got there?
It's a book about surveying. When I read it, I can imagine myself traveling afar and making maps of the world. It sounds like so much fun.
I know just how you feel.
Aww.
I know Magilu and the others don't understand. But I just can't help but feel excited when I think about us completing a map of the entire world.
It's the thought of treasure that gets me more fired up.
Hello, Bienfu.
Obviously, there's treasure waiting to be unearthed too, but that's more of a bonus on the side. Crossing uncrossable oceans, going to lands where none have gone before. The voyage itself, the dance with death, these things hold value greater than that of any treasure.
Adventure. Truly the romance of the quest we call life.
Laffy said you had a map, didn't you? The one you dropped when we first met?
It's a world map I got when I was with the Abbey, but I only checked out the places really close by. I could hardly call it adventure.
There's more to adventuring than visiting far-off lands and sailing stormy seas, you know. Adventures are about achieving your ambitions and leaping across the walls we've built to protect ourselves, no matter the danger that waits on the other side. There are no big or small adventures.
Even if I only went to Helavies and the Figol ice caps?
Think of it like this. When you sneaked out of town without the Abbey noticing, when you walked the land and compared it to your map, how did that make you feel?
It was scary, but fun. Exhilarating.
Then it was an adventure. The map you made within yourself is a treasure that's only yours.
Aw.
Wow, my very own treasure.
Much wholesomeness. Alright, we've slept. Now, what do we do next? I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna wait for instructions. To get into combat. Okay. We'll head over to a class 4 island, because anywhere else I guarantee we will get into story, not combat. This is the party lineup right now. Really, Magilu should be in. Hold on.
Oh!
Back docks, okay. Oh, okay, that's a good point. Okay, cool. Grab this stuff real quick. Oh, okay. Lavender, a cat's soul. Any others so I can hit 500? Nope, okay. Teleport onto the main area. Let's go to the class 4 zone. Get into battle. I want you to use your mystic art ASAP. Okay.
The first mate told me we're going. The ship's ready.
That's the one that like plays a cutscene, right? Hold C and the right arrow key. Okay. Yeah, that's the mystic art button.
It's here. This is the Earth Pulse point.
We might have to do a
Nothing
different
but
battle,
open
but
water as far as
that's
the
fine.
eye can see. Is your Earth Pulse point down below?
Most of this world is
More
covered by
story.
ocean, so of course there'd be a lot of Earth Pulse points in the deep sea.
But surely even the Abbey would have a hard time containing a Therian underwater, right?
Looks like this one's a bust then.
Sorry, everyone.
Hold on. We've seen a bug Therian. You don't think there could be fish as well?
That's what I was
You
thinking.
may have a point. I think I have just a solution for this.
You do?
Scuba equipment.
This.
What?
Don't give me that look. I'll have you know this is Fujibayashi's rod. This baby's 9 feet long, made from a single piece of the finest bamboo aged 5 years, with a slow 60-40 action that almost feels alive when it bends. Its exquisitely wrapped handle feels like an extension of your own arm. And just look at that elegant black lacquer finish. It's as perfect a fishing rod as there can be.
I'm sure it's a lovely fishing pole, but fishing? Are you sure? This is a Therian we're talking about.
All the more reason. Remember who you travel with.
Okay?
Alright, if no one else will, I'm going to veto this fishing idea.
Aw, come on, let's give it a shot. Besides, I'm hungry. Even if all we catch is fish, at least we'll have dinner.
I'd love to have me some koi or sockeye salmon.
Don't encourage them. How do you attach the hook to the line? Like this?
You don't go fishing much, do you?
You hang out.
It's been a while. I used to go fishing with my brother sometimes.
Until he was sacrificed to a god.
Time.
Then we can try it together.
I'll teach you how it's done.
I didn't know you could fish, Eleanor.
Yeah, when I was little, old man Tenny taught me. He was from my village. I've caught at least 100 triot loaches over the years.
Wow, that's a lot of fish.
Those two really get along. If I didn't know better, I think she's his sister, not his vessel.
Eleanor certainly got Lafisette's number. Better watch out, Velvet, or she'll steal him away.
Lafisette.
Let's get the line set up properly. First, you take it and thread it through the hook, like so.
That looks hard.
Hey.
Once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to do it with your eyes shut.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Aw.
Laffy!
Huh? You mean me?
Oh, I was just... Be careful there. Wouldn't want you falling into the water or anything.
I'm not a little kid, you know.
It's just that Laffy fell in once. A long time ago.
Laffy? You mean your younger brother?
That's right. You reminded me of him is all.
If you say so. Is that all you wanted to say to me?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay then. I'm going back to fishing with Eleanor.
Aw. Poor Velvet.
People aren't as easily swapped in and out as fish hooks, are they?
Is that supposed to mean something?
Oh, Velvet, you gotta get it a lot tighter than that. Here, let me take a look at it.
Huh? Oh, all right.
Okay.
Hey, Isaac, how about a competition? Let's see who can catch the biggest fish.
Don't be ridiculous. Fishing is a solitary battle. It's about meditation and self-control.
Oh, aren't you the philosophical one all of a sudden?
But I suppose. I can't deny I really want to put this rod to the test.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Whenever I find a good sword, there's nothing I want to do more than to swing it.
Sure enough. There's just something about good equipment that gets the blood pumping.
Yeah. Although in my case, it's usually more like blood spurting.
A bit too much blood either way, if you ask me.
You do eat
we're
it.
Fishing no matter
Drink
what.
it.
Wouldn't a competition be better for getting that blood of yours pumping?
Fine. You're on. But we both know already how this is gonna end.
You can plan all the victory speeches you like, but fishing is like life. Doesn't always go the way you think it will. You ready? Let's do this.
At what point did the Therian hunt turn into a contest?
I very much enjoy fishing.
Can I have my rod back now?
Hey, don't rush me here. If I don't get this squared away now, it'll just cause you trouble later.
I appreciate the effort and all, but do you seriously think we'll actually catch a Therian here?
Beats me, but the first mate hasn't met a fish he can't catch.
Huh. Eisen's really that accomplished of a fisherman?
I always get sunburned
Sounds like he was a real
because I mean they go out for an hour,
Definitely.
and then it'll
He
be
used to say the
sunset.
weirdest
I'll be like,
things while we'd be fishing just to make me laugh.
I don't get to fish a lot
Like
though
what?
because
Oh, it was all nonsense.
I live in Delaware
It was funny
and
to
Philly.
me.
Not really
Silly
great
stuff
fishing
like
places.
Papero, popero, pippity poppity poo.
Yeah, that's silly, alright.
Those two look like they're having fun.
Yep, chill, Velvet.
If you truly admired the fishies, you'd never dream of doing this to them. No matter how tasty the bait, it's a poor trade for a barbed hook in the lip and a cruel death in the unforgiving air.
I don't admire fish. Fish exist to be caught and eaten, as far as I'm concerned.
Can't argue there. Raw, boiled, or grilled with a little salt. You can't go wrong. And if they're nothing but food to you, even their wretched squirms of agony can hold a kind of beauty.
Hey, Velvet! I've got your rod all set up for you.
Thank God.
This thing could even catch a whale if you wanted to.
That's
The rest is up to
foreshadowing.
you. Now get out there and fish up a big one.
A Therian, you mean? Might as well give it a shot. It's not like anyone else remembers what we're here for.
This reminds. Has anyone played Lost Planet 2?
Something's
That reminds
going
me of
Stay calm. Fishing isn't about
not even a
shred,
fish. It's in the
about
desert.
timing.
One of the monsters in it.
Got it.
Here it comes. You ready?
Damn right I am. I'll fillet it before it can even
Kind of like
land.
it's like a sand surfer
Therian,
thing.
don't you dare
I don't
kill
know.
it.
Now!
Heave.
Horns? Oh right.
Well, what do you know? Neither a fish nor a Therian.
Well, shoot. Can't eat that.
Oh.
It looks like
Oh,
it fit
about
you
the
a
above
lot, you
instruction.
said.
Make sure you
Why
don't
didn't
go
try it on?
see.
I concur. Maybe it'll bring
Don't
out
let go.
his unique personality.
Okay.
My unique personality, huh?
Are they gonna put him on him? Oh my God.
See? What did I tell you? It looks great on you, Laphicet.
You really think so?
I like the halo better.
Yeah, brings out your special charm, kiddo.
Guaranteed a maximum of 72% more fun in your
Come
game.
on, back to Therian fishing.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, minimum. Sorry.
Hey, you don't need to take it so seriously.
I have to catch the Therian. Maybe then Velvet will see me for who I am.
Aw.
Not a bite.
Oh, quit your grumbling. Who was it who said fishing doesn't always go how you think it will?
Spoken like a true heartless pirate.
Oh, hey! I've got something!
Another chest.
Whoa, looks like I'm next.
A mustache. Please tell me they all put him on.
Not a single decent catch.
Please, please, please.
I think it's decent.
Huh?
You found a look all your own. Ah, the vagaries of youth.
You don't take half measures, do you, kid?
How do you not find that funny?
Hmm? What's wrong, Laphicet?
You look ridiculous. Take that off.
Oh, is he trying to make her laugh?
What do you know about me anyway?
Oh.
I know that looks silly on you.
All you know is you're Laffy.
Hey, Velvet, something's pulling on your rod.
Huh? Oh.
It's a big one.
Hello, Roller Rot.
Give it everything you've got.
I know what I'm doing.
What?
It's
A giant
It's
vase.
a big one, all right, but
Vase, vase.
A pot. Yay.
You got
What's
pot?
a pot doing out here?
Congratulations, I have pot.
There's something inside it.
Oh my god. What if it's actually a Therian?
An octopod?
Alright.
I wish they'd no mercy.
Right arrow.
Wounds that won't heal. Carved into flesh. Lethal pay. Spirit release. You wronged me. Here's your justice.
Wait.
Binding order.
Killing flash! Behold the arts of my ancestors! Target style! Aaron!
Here it comes. Resound. Arise. Become the blade of destruction. Lost Bond. Rise. I did it.
That Lost Find drive's new. You can chain them?
Not even worth my time.
Bro, that's ridiculous. You could deal so much damage with that.
Phew. That was scary.
72% fun
Be
was
more careful
way
before
too
you
low.
approach a
You lowballed,
suspicious
like, we're more at like 118.
You think Laffy would have stayed back?
Oh, don't do this.
That has
I
nothing to
hate it.
do with this.
I hate it when character, like, I understand why he's upset, but I hate it when characters do that.
Inside.
What the fuck? Yo, keep crawling. What the hell was that?
Now we gotta fight the shambling dead?
A zombopod!
For a bunch of dead guys, they're awfully, fleshy.
Further support for the healthy octopus diet.
Alright, I need to just, you know, build up my break souls for the ability to do that again.
You won't get any pity or compassion from me.
Also, how does
An octopus
Eleanor have a
army,
new...
horde of undead.
She's a new Mystic
What the
card.
hell is this pot?
Pandora's Pot.
Magnificent. To think I'd get to see one with my own eyes.
Huh? Is there something special about this creepy old pot?
Creepy, you say? That's why these things need to be left to the professionals. Listen and behold. This is none other than a water jug made by the potter Groon during King Clauden's reign.
I love how he just knows
It was a legendary
everything.
once-in-a-millennium masterpiece,
Horror game.
but it was lost in
Oh,
the Second
Roller Rod, are you
Warring
in my
State
Discord or
period
no? It's fine if
200
you're not.
years
If you aren't, I just want to post at the
Assertive,
stream
yet
clips.
not
If you are,
ostentatious,
can you post at the stream
piece
clips?
draws you in with
I think
its
you just did.
stately curves and the subtle shimmer of its colors, which belie a hidden savagery.
2 lectures in one day.
Yeah, he's talking
Thank
gibberish.
you.
But that's men in general, I suppose.
The lost glazing technique of the Orosaurin is so vibrant, it looks like it could start moving at any
Who
moment.
knows, like, who knows this much stuff? Oh god, oh my god.
Oh, and start moving it did.
Okay, that's a little bigger than the rest.
Whatever you guys do, make sure you
Pandora
don't
pot.
smash
Pandora Pot. I called it. Oh, that is a good point. But I called it. Pandora Pot. That was me. That was me that called that.
So,
Yes.
can I slash it?
That's even worse!
Stop arguing and fight already!
You skipped. How do you skip this boss fight? How do you decline a boss fight? No, I don't think I will. Do you want to see? Nah. I'll beat him. Oh, I fucking hate paralysis. Oh, you just chained mystics on him? Oh my god, I'm gonna get hit by that. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think I have the break souls right now for that. Or any souls. I'm being... There we go. He's stupidly easy to chain with Velvet. Ah, that does assume that I know how to fight. Ah. And I keep getting paralyzed, which is not great. Oh, now we're doing alright. God damn it. You have to understand, I'm really bad at this. At least I'm figuring out right arrow is the correct arrow. Perfect. I mean, it being armored is not fun. Not very nice of it. Should have dodged. Didn't dodge, it's okay. Ow. I want Magulu to be in here. Or Aizen, or both. Give me 1 sec, I'll be right back. Again, I know I've been, had a call that was really long. This will not be that. Give me 1 second. Oh my god. Alright, let's beat this fucking boss up. Please. Oh, you're good. I had a phone call a few days ago that took me 45 minutes. I had to end up leaving the stream. So I just kind of am making fun of it. Or of that moment. Is what I was doing, D2. And when I played this game, I just super grinded and was like the cautious hero, so not much phase you. Oh, because you were just over leveled every fight. How was that stuff there? Oh, we got the lo-fi background still. Please go. Please. Just, oh god. Whenever I tab out of this game specifically, it like does this horrible thing where it drags the Chrome screen with YouTube up, like halfway across my desktop. Which, when you have two monitors, is a lot. Oh, she's here. I don't think I've seen that. Oh, Cadios? Oh, not Cautious. I definitely haven't seen that. Like, I don't think I've seen something called the Cautious. I'm already down. Son of a bitch. If you want a chair, you'll need one. Oh, 4 of us are dead.
Disgraceful.
Okay, me. Life bottle. The typo is Cautious. Oh. Yeah, I missed that. Whoosh. R/whoosh.
I'm in your debt.
Yeah, you better not fucking... Alright, how do you change heroes? Perfect. Ow. Bro, I can never spell. Heal me, please. That's good.
Let's go. Dark despair, kindle a beacon of hell.
Please, just die. Giant thing, die.
I'll stop you. No escape. Deception.
Ooh.
No escape. Quickness.
It sucks because I had all of these super moves earlier, and then I used them all, and now I have none on an octopus.
Let's go. Ready to die?
Oh, thank God.
Just try. Perfect mayhem. Pain and move. Kill them. No escape. No escape. Form 2. Armor crusher. No escape.
Please. Why is he always guarding? This is unfortunate. There we go.
Let's go. Armor crusher. Form 4.
Yes, whatever that was, keep it up. Okay, good. Status ailments, love them. I'm literally just smashing the right arrow key.
No,
Oh.
I can't die.
And that's the last healing bottle.
Here, disgraceful.
How much health do you have? 11,000? Come on. It has more health than I wanted to. Oh, Laffy said no Zoid Mire now too. Okay. It's only 6,000 more. Oh, okay, there was 2 parts to dodge there. Got them both that time. And now he's stunned. Oh, right now, right here, right here. How is he alive? Oh.
It was a close one.
It's over. Alright. And now there's only like 400 million years of cutscenes to get through.
It's finally decided to behave itself.
Wait, Velvet! Don't eat it!
It's a pot. I'm not gonna eat it.
I guess there weren't any Therians to be found here after all.
Unless that was the Therian.
Yeah.
Now we have
If there'd have
5.
been any, you'd think old Eisen's Reaper curse would have drawn him out.
Oh, so that's why all we caught today were weird, useless things.
Right. I forgot about the curse. So all this was Eisen's fault, huh?
Funny how quickly you get used
We're at
to it.
95,000 on the community. So next, I'm gonna have to be ready for it in 2 streams.
My power didn't end up helping us out at all.
Nope.
Because I'm doing it at the start, I believe,
But
of
I
the
know
stream
you're not
after
the
we hit
type
it.
to give up after a little setback. Isn't that right, Fee?
Huh? Fee?
You know, La Fee, you gave him a
It's
new
your
name.
nickname. Not a whole lot of thought put into it, but... You're you. You're Fee.
You're not
Velvet.
me.
Fee. I like it. It has personality.
Thanks.
Of course, if you still feel like giving up.
No, I'm gonna find us the next Earth Pulse point.
Oh, hey. There's something else inside the pot.
On God. It's a rock.
This golden luster, it's orichalcum! I get it now. This must be where that ship sank all those years ago. The one Kurogane told us about.
Yeah, that's convenient.
Hell yeah! Kurogane might actually be able to make me an orichalcum sword. Nice
Unless he messes
find,
it up.
Eisen. You too, Laphicet.
It wasn't easy, but we didn't come away empty-handed. And just getting a chance to fish again was lots of fun.
Yeah, I had a really good time too.
I'm starting to not hate you, Eleanor.
Even I was entertained. Especially your little costume show, kiddo.
The sun's going down soon. Let's head back to Titania.
All right. We sail from the edge of the map back to the not so edge. Yeah, I got nothing for that. Oh, if we rest, we get the whole gauge back, don't we? That's the whole point of it. Alright. We're gonna put a quick save in. I told myself I would be not doing a longer one tonight because I streamed 4 hours earlier today. And here we are. Almost at midnight. So I'm kind of proud of myself. So let me think. Some MA chains, they got me. Yeah, those Mystic Art chains, that's a beautiful thing to be taught. Thank you. I'm gonna put up the stream ending screen. Oh no, no shit, one of the penguins disappeared. There he goes. Talk for a minute. By the way, the reason I said to use the inn was that it refills your blast gauge. Okay, so that's why that was. I was figuring that out, but I did not know. But thank you. Thank you for teaching me that. I do believe... Of course, always glad to stream. Neen, are we doing Stardew tomorrow night, or no, or do you know? If you have time, then yeah. Okay. Possibly Stardew tomorrow night. And then Sunday night, I'll probably be back to this. Also, as for chains, the directional button you use is simply towards someone who has enough breakage. So if you wanted, you could use up and down. Note that using up and down does swap the character out. Oh, so... Could you do a chain of all 6 characters? Oh. I feel like that could... You sure you don't want to see that pop fight? If you have a video of it, that would be hilarious, and please link, but otherwise, I'm not gonna go back to do it again. Oh yeah, hit me with that, hit me with that. Happily take a peek at that one. I'm sorry, I thought you were saying for me or whatever. I was like, oh shit, I don't know what the hell's going on. Oh yeah, links are open. You won't get banned. You'll be good. When you skip boss fights, so your viewers can still fight and blind themselves. Yo, how do you get angel wings for a character? That, unless that's a, oh, is that one of those DLC things?
I would like to understand how part could be a, wow, I can chain him with a single move. I'm just gonna try to one-shot this boss.
Yo. Yo.
I'm gonna skip the entire boss fight for you.
Yo, wait, he used his Mystic Art twice. How the hell do you do that? Wait, they're using their attacks more than once. What the shit? Oh. Oh, Okay. Okay.
Skip the boss fight for you. Yeah.
Yo, that's friggin' funny. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood when you were about when you said about the video. I thought you were saying I should do it. I'm like, I don't have the stuff anymore. No, that makes sense. Because I did want to see. Oh man. Oh god, what is going on? Please work. Yeah, there was a viewer who was early game in the chat, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna skip the fight for you so you can fight him fresh. So you just murdered him. That's funny. That's funny. Very good. Do I follow anyone that could use a nice little raid? No. Okay. Well, you know what? Is there somebody early on in the game that could use a little raid? I mean, I was already the pretty high enjoyment of this game. Is this guy... what type of damage is this man doing? He looks like he's a little further than me. Okay. What about this guy? No idea. Okay. Come on, somebody. No. Wah wah. Alright. Well, I'll just end the stream. Anyway. Thank you for coming out, D2. Thank you for that beautiful new thing you have taught me. And I hope you all do well. Stay safe. All that good shit. And I'll talk to you all later. Hopefully. Hopefully I'll talk to you guys again. So, peace out. And all that good shit. See you, boys.